Hi! Hello! Back to Dragonborn Industries, I'm Tech from the Bad Batch. I'm only kidding! You'll never guess who it is! It's me!
Oh my god!
New glasses?
Yeah, man. I picked them up yesterday. Specsavers, isn't it?
Specsavers, yeah. Big old fucking bug eyes.
Yeah.
Hey! We're back!
Oh.
We are live on all of the Dragonborn Industries channels across the board. We got YouTube, we got Kick, we got Twitch. That's all we're doing right now. We might move on to the other ones that are around, but it's just a minefield of me working out what the hell I'm doing with my life. But welcome back to Dragonborn Industries and to Starfinder episode 9, which I've aptly called The Sniper. So, I think it's safe to say you all know what's coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a bullet.
I think it's, yeah, I mean, you know, but we've got a bit to get through first, so we will probably go with some announcements first, and then we'll do maybe a little bit of bants. Do you want to do bants now? Do you want to do bants afterwards? When do you want to do the bants? Because it says here bants. Actually says...
I'm not really on the banter bus just yet.
Well, should we do post-bants instead of pre-bants? We
Post-bants,
pre-bants.
yeah.
I think a bit of post-bants.
It just says banty bants, and it's got a question mark before and after where we need to do announcements. So
Okay, so
we'll do
post-bants.
Banty bants.
Yeah.
So, yeah, welcome in. We're going to get to it, but we're going to start with some announcements. We're going to hand over to Steph over here.
Right, well, for this one, Ian, I'm going to need you to put on this wig.
Fuck yeah. Oh, what's that?
Is this the one you offered me previously?
Yeah. And you will also need this script.
Oh,
you will be playing the role of Alex.
Alex! Oh, okay.
Jack, you will be reading the stage directions, please.
Okay.
So I've again, the lovely guys in entertainment in Dynatech have been on the blower. They want us to kind of have a go at reading a pilot and see what.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yes.
What they make of it. So
How that was so smooth.
thank you. I will be reading the role of Jean for this read.
Do you need any music?
I don't think we need any music for this one. We're just gonna kind of read it, see how it feels. It is double-sided.
What's Alex's background? What's like?
So Alex, she's a female Lashunta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she is kind of like city slicker. She's smart. She's sassy. She's new to this team, which we'll discover in a minute. She thinks she knows everything, and to be fair, she does. She's but there'll be a little bit of description as we will get to know these characters. So yeah, if we're all ready to go, we'll have a read and see what the feedback we can give to the entertainment department will be.
So, interior Dynatech Industries, a large open reception area with a central desk that has been cordoned off with bright blue tape. Dynatech employees and security officers in matching uniforms mill about the area, taking notes and photographs, speaking in hushed, sombre tones. The camera pans to the desk where we see a pool of blood and the chalk outline of a Skittermander body on the floor. The desk is adorned with photos of what seems to be a happy Skittermander family throughout the years, each frame bedazzled with plastic gems and shells. An obscene quantity of statues of dolphins line the desk, some are spattered with blood, others completely shattered or bearing the marks of bullet holes. The blue tape is lifted and we see Head of Security, Gene Poach, a flabby yet hardened-looking human man. His tie is undone and his shirt looks like it has an allergy to irons. Following him is a tall and slim female Lashunta in an Afghan coat and impractical yet empowering heels. This is his rookie, Alex Mallard.
What a bloody mess! They've done a right number here, the bastards.
Well, you can say that again, Gov. At least the Daves will have a field day with this one.
Gene Poach squats uncomfortably and surveys the scene.
Oh, what do you make of it, Mallard?
Alex looks about the desk and picks up a dolphin with a dorsal fin on sideways.
Well, for starters, her taste in desk decoration was appalling.
You take that back! Our Joan was a fine lady. She may not have had your uptown city croissant latte decimar silk Persian cat lifestyle, but she was an honest woman.
I get that, Gov. I do. But it looks like all of these were 3D printed. I mean, you can still see the structure marks and everything. Should we support?
I know, I've realised that halfway through. I wrote this very quickly. Not all of us have got time to go about fussing about quality control, Mallard.
But that's the point, sir. We don't have to. Look, at Warrior Prints 3D, you can get high-quality printed miniatures, terrain, cosplay items, and more, beautifully finished, and delivered to your door.
Gene harumphs in working-class scepticism.
And how do you suppose we're meant to pay for all that modern shite, eh?
Well, it's just that. Using the code to the stars at warriorprince3d.etsy.com will get you 10% off your order.
Well, slap my ass and call me Susan. Our Joan would have been all over that.
He looks at the pool of blood.
Bastards.
Why don't we put an order in?
Yeah.
Gav, I thought I said Guy. I struggle to read with this beautiful fringe. Send something to the family, a 3D print to remember her by. One that they can be truly proud of.
Jean nods silently in growing respect, feeling the deep-set antiquated misogyny start to leave him just a little. The camera pans to a bird's-eye view of the scene as the picture blurs out and we see the title card in bold text. Trashes to trashes!
And scene.
Ah,
Wow.
well done, everyone.
I have not felt like emo-y in a long time.
You leapt on that.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm not saying that, like, you could have bought the heels.
Right, but this is the DM we're getting for the rest of the session.
Yeah, can we have DI Alex Mallard for the whole session?
Is that creepy to smell it?
A little, yeah. Yeah.
I got it freshly scalped from a La Chanta. Thank you so much, Steph. And guys, yes, please do go check out Warrior Prince 3D. Use that code to the stars, and as always, go get some fucking cool toys. You've got adult money now. Spend it on the stuff you want. Speaking of spending your money, you can use code Dragonborn 10 at rollandplaypress.com to get 10%
Oh, yeah.
off of books like these awesome toolkits I actually used today for this session.
Ooh.
So that might come up, it might not, because you guys, it's like herding cats, I think is the saying. But it's fine, because I'm all into that. But yeah, you can go to rollandplaypress.com, you can use the code Dragonborn10, it'll get you 10% off of your books. It won't get it off your shipping, I'm afraid. I have nothing to do with that. I pleaded with them. I was like, please! Would somebody think of the shipping? And they were like, yeah, all right. But
Shit me.
exactly. Please go check them out, they're awesome, and they are just genuinely lovely people. Speaking of lovely people, go check out Midnight Towers, Battle for the Realm. There's still time on their Kickstarter to go back it, to get the book that's the last in their Eastern Faroe series, but also you can get the back catalogue of their books, which is over 800 pages of adventure, which is a nuts amount for a 5e supplement. Also, I'm doing the dice for the limited edition boxes, and there's only 50 total, and I actually don't know how many boxes are left. So if you want those, and I think our friend Lou is doing the dice bags for them, and there are like so many other awesome things like actual maps and stuff that you get in there. Please go check it out. Should be links in the Twitch chat. For some reason, the YouTube chat bot doesn't come up anymore, and I don't know what's going on. So we're going to leave it like that. And if you want to check it out on Twitch, we do take Prime subs now. So if you have got those Prime subs and you feel like giving us a little bit extra to go towards the stream, then we won't say no to it. We'd be very grateful. But apart from that, we're now on to Banty Bants. So who's leading the Banty Bants? Tamsin.
I wasn't very impressed with your wig, I mean, honestly. The colour just doesn't quite suit you, darling.
Okay, well that was just hurtful. So let's get into today's episode of Starfinder. After finding...
Our command allegiance.
We've got a guest in the room, and that's how we're starting. After finding Cassy Kato and questioning her about the happenings here on Avul and the death of the Zephyrs crew, the party descend down to face the 4 Corrovox guarding where Derisdai Absuli might be. After an arduous battle, the party drained, depleted. They find
Stuff.
yeah, the
Things.
unnatural shadows that have been part of the journey through this dungeon that's led to this temple. And yeah, they find Derisdai in these unnatural shadows of the entrance, warning the party to get inside. Having been deceived by Kato's lies and disguise, she waited for the party to deal with the Corrovox and deplete them before she takes a shot at Kazumbra out in the open, shouting for Derisdai to give up the orb. The party run into the cave and find D, Skelkin's elusive connection, and he informs them that it is in fact Cassy Kato who has been the traitor all along. To reset the scene, I'm going to put on some music.
It's important.
Yeah, set some atmosphere. You are in this dark cave, and whereas the chamber before, where you it was all dark and shadowy, this is more like the shadows are creating darkness now, so that you can tell you can't see into this room. You go towards the back. It's about 50 foot towards the back of this cave, where there is a pedestal, and Derisdai has this orb. This same thing that's been described this entire time. It's come up in some pictorials, it's come up in Scarrick's words and in his last note, but also you know this to be the guardian orb that potentially was here. It lights up as Derisdai holds it up to this wall, and instead of plinths, which I got wrong last time, there are 4 statues. And they are of this same bug-like race, but their wings are tucked away and they are wearing cloaks and they are pulled up and hooded. And they have 4 arms instead of 3. Which is on the other ones all have 3, these ones have 4, and they are holding a stone brazier to their chest. They line a wall where you get this migraine of a headache looking at what should be words, but that you can't quite focus on them. A very common thing for post-gap, pre-gap communications. But there is definitively a picture that you guys can see, and it is of a large orb with geofractal patterns not unlike the one that Derisdai currently holds. I hand over to you guys.
What are we doing?
Oh yeah.
What's happening?
Well, someone's trying to shoot us.
Yep.
And there's an orb, and we're in a cave.
Yep.
I'm fairly good assessment, Calyx.
Yep.
Yep.
That's,
Well, that's what he asked.
No, and you know,
No,
I was
you're-
genuine praise, Calyx.
So, I mean, this orb is important to your people, right?
And others like it.
Okay.
The orb is... We only know of it from Demalco, and we only know of them from the Awakening, this catastrophic event on our planet that all the oceans dried up, the continents drifted apart. It caused havoc, and our entire peoples had to go into underground. But also these colossi came about. But we know that these can ward them off slightly. They can't destroy them or anything that we know of, or the guardians that use them. They are able to emotionally change them, and we see it all the time. They can be intent on hunting, and then they will go off in a different direction, like they've got a different prey. And it's actually, I think I understand that slightly now, that obviously when the Corrovox chased me in here, I was the prey, and then I managed to get hold of the orb, and I could feel it. I could change that emotional state in them. But
How are they created?
it's actually what Skelkin and I were trying to find out, if you don't mind. We both left Demalco. I don't know when you left, but I left when I was a teenager, and I left because I just wanted something more, something different. But then I happened to hear like pirates and other shady dealings, and something always just didn't seem right when I heard about certain things. And one of them was this particular treasure that was like a glowing orb, but that could act emotionally. And somebody, I only heard it in passing, and I tried to track the people down, but I knew then that these orbs weren't just on our planet. I had to see if they came from our planet, or if they were taken from our planet, or if maybe if we can find more of them, maybe we can understand where they came from, and we can stop whatever happened with the awakening happening to either other planets, or maybe we can reverse it. I don't know, but then we don't really see Demalco anywhere else. But then, I mean, Skelken walked by just by chance one day, and we were on Absalom Station, and he just smiles this beaming smile, and he's just like, I hadn't seen a Demalco away from home before, and I mean, she's a little rough around the edges and hard to talk to sometimes, but it's she means well, and I'm sorry if I got a little excited on this one. I wanted you to be here for this, but obviously you had your own path to take and me mine. I'm sorry that yours came to nothing and we're now both here. And he looks towards like where the cave entrance should be, but obviously it's dark, and you guys can see some light coming in, but it is like it has created an area of darkness.
I'm only saying this because, you know, the granddad, when, I forgot his name.
Grandpa Vorag.
Grandpa Vorag.
Yes.
I can't remember Grandpa Vorag's name. But he came back to this planet. He wanted to come back to this planet, and he was drawn here by this orb. What if, say, you take it off this planet to ward off these colossi, but it ends up just bringing you all the way back here again?
There's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about these things, really.
But look, and he takes it. He's like, obviously more people know about these, you know, rumors and passings, and also Kato clearly knows about this. And the entire way here, she never let on. And it wasn't until we landed that, you know, it all kind of went haywire. But what if, again, you are right, there are so many what ifs, but there's only one of these here. And Scarrock said to me that he felt his purpose of the orb, with the orb was done, and it no longer satiated him. Yet I haven't needed to eat for the entire time I've been here. I haven't needed to sleep. I still have to rest, but I don't, you know, I'm still alert. And Kato hasn't come close since I turned the Corrovox around. So I don't know if she knows more about these than we do, but there's also room for more than one of these here. And he puts it back onto the pedestal, and you watch it like lights up 10 foot around, but then those 4 statues get lit up from underneath, and it's quite ominous, like when you light something from underneath, and they're quite imposing figures. And he climbs up onto one of them, and as he climbs up onto the base of this statue, a very small, faint glyph appears on the base of them. That's not distorted or blurred, it is just a glyph in faint blue. And he like looks into it, and he's like, these braziers, I mean, I've been playing around in here, and I put the orb into each one, but they're a perfect fit. Nothing's happened, but they are a perfect fit.
So what you're saying is you need to find the rest of them and come back here to put them in their rightful place?
But this is where the what if that me and Skelken were looking for comes in. What if that is either not just the end of an awakening, but what if that is the start of an awakening? What if we, you know, whatever this is a key to, and I think it is a key.
Question is, why is this here on this planet? Do you have anything that's like this, perhaps, on Demalco? Like, is there any records of that kind of thing?
Demalco is a huge civilization. We had a whole planet of people. It's, you know, part of Near Space and the Vesperium. It's hard to say what is what isn't similar. Obviously, this place is of high magic, but at the same time, without more information, we just don't know.
Okay.
So the question is, though, if this is a key to a door and we can't go forwards,
We have to get back. And we are currently being looked at by a sniper.
she shouldn't be able to see into the cave.
No, but we're going to have to exit the cave.
We also can't go back further than that.
No,
The likelihood
the only way out
We
is
know
up.
of.
How long is it until nightfall?
That would give us some cover.
I just to ask what might be a silly little question, but do you two know, obviously with your previous experience of these orbs, is it just creatures that can be emotionally affected, or can you emotionally affect, say, humanoid in like intellect as well?
I don't know about what you've seen, because we come from different places on Malco, but I've only ever seen the Guardians who wield these orbs, and they're called Guardians because of the orbs affect the Colossi. I've never been close enough to one to... they're sort of like tribe leaders, really. It's well above my...
It's not really common knowledge, it's more of a legend.
I see.
Yeah.
And trying to dig up some more information about it to really figure out what you can do with it.
It was more of a hope that there was more than what was talked about in the legend. And
Do you two have a specific goal? Is the ultimate goal to fix your planet?
I mean, I don't think we have the same goals. I think we have the same interest.
Yeah, I would love to see Demalco restored, but I mean, tectonic shifts and dried oceans, it's going to be a miracle to restore that, but maybe I would love to deter the Colossi or get rid of them. I'd love to see us living on the surface again. It's,
Okay.
But yeah, previous experience is a bit of an overstatement. This is the first time I've ever seen one.
Okay. How long have you been looking for an orb at all, or about this whole thing? How long?
Fucking ages. Don't ask me shit like that.
Okay. Right. Long time. That's all I need to know.
Long time.
Okay.
Long time, no orb.
Indeed.
I mean, this is really fascinating, and I love also all these bug people. I mean, look at these; they've now got 4 arms.
But they're different bug people.
They are. I'd love to know more about who is here, and maybe they know what the orb was, or is, or made. I don't know. It'd be fun to find out.
Hello, 4-armed bug person.
Well, when I get bigger, I'll get 4 arms. I lose 1 set of legs, but I get another set of arms.
So a little exchange.
Yeah.
Will you look like that?
In the kind of way of having 4 arms and 2 legs. I don't know, they look a bit different.
Wings?
Yes, I get that. But no, I don't quite look like these guys.
with
But
that,
it'd be cool.
we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, because apparently I need to restart the internet. You guys were chatting to Derisdai, and you were talking about the objectives of potentially what you could do with these orbs. Derisdai and his goal is essentially to see if he can rid Demalco of the Colossi, bringing the Demai back to the surface. But if not, just to make sure that something that can control, or not control, but emotionally change the state of something so large, that can't be great. But he also wants to know where they come from, and he would be like, if they're not from Demalco, and they're places like this, and in old tomes that we can only see pictograms of every now and again, I mean, even, and he looks at it, anytime I've communicated with this orb, it doesn't know what it is. It seems to have been affected by the gap as well.
So, does the orb talk to you?
Yes, and he like looks to Skelping and he's like, but I mean, if you want to...
I mean, I don't think it's not really part of my heritage to touch it or anything. I mean, I don't want to.
Does
This is more your thing.
count as rare, ancient, or alien tech?
Yes.
100%.
I mean, if I try to identify it, is it just going to say orb?
Hello, I orb.
Meet
orb.
Nice to meet you.
I don't think you could get anything more than you actually already really know.
Okay.
I'd like to be making like copies and pictures of the bug people on the wall.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm actually going to read out a description for you on that one there then. I'm just going to quickly message the mods, because there's nothing like taking out at the moment. These are upload to YouTube.
But yeah, I suppose like our next thing is just getting out of here.
So,
Yes. There is a small chance that we can try and get the ship down. It'll be a tight fit. This is only if Steve can fly the ship on his own.
is that
And if he
is it a
believes
Zephyr?
us,
Yes.
and if he believes us that.
I've got some
I've
footage.
Oh, you got footage of Avul.
If Steve's close enough, I could potentially communicate with him.
I did have communications issues when I was down here, so that's my one worry.
Adric and I, we also had the same issue. We think we may have travelled quite some distance that our compads can't get them, but that's
And
the whole point of LAMP. But
fewer
LAMP
through
is
planes.
yes, I think so too. Whatever this temple was, it's not easy to get to one of these. It's obviously being guarded by this place,
Yep.
or it's guarding this place. Whether we're at the entrance to the temple or we're at the exit to it, who knows? That's the thing. Adric and I, we travelled, through some hellish traps that were older than I can imagine, and then it wasn't until we got here and Kato, and he looked sad for a moment, destroyed Lamp and killed Adric. But Lamp, if we can get Lamp, and he looks back towards the cave entrance, fixed, then we will be able to contact Steve. Lamp's a liaison bot, it's a long-range communicator. That's why we had it with us. It's what I sent you a message on before. But it wasn't until here that I actually communicated with the orb.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was just a feeling. So it seems to be able to communicate in this room. As for you, as you go up to the wall, the large end wall to this final chamber in this temple that you've been through is a pictorial mural carved into the stone. It depicts some kind of story. Any words and writing are all undecipherable and blurry to the eye, as if it were in your peripheral vision, and even when looking directly at it. But this is common for writing from times before the gap. The images are interesting. At the top, birds with scaled tails and lizard heads dominate the skyline and carry monsters or tear them apart in their sharp talons. Each monster is a different image, some with swords in place of arms, some with wings, others with like 3 mouths, one atop the other, and more as you look around. But beneath them, in the centre of this mural, is the image of a large stone monolith, the centre of which the carving of a door. The same shape as the monolith, but a clear line down its centre, and a semicircle on each side of the central line, almost forming this perfect circle. From the base of this, there is one of these creatures with this head and tail like the same as the birds that are above, with this scaled tail and head. But it seems to be holding up a circular object, and shadows seem to spiral out in different directions from them. The 4 statues depict the same bug-like race as previously seen, but they wear the hoods on their cloaks, and you can't see their wings, but they have 4 arms instead of 3 that clutch these braziers. When you approach each one of the statues, a small glyph alights at the base of each and can be seen emitting a dull blue glow.
I'm assuming we can't read what these glyphs are, or like their pre-count kind of stuff. Or...
I mean, this is certainly where you can give me one of those rolls that you're asking for with the ancient tech and magic and stuff like that, for xenoarchaeology. The rest of you, if you are trained in mysticism, yes.
Nah.
No. No.
Snap me.
To
No?
that magic stuff.
3.
3.
I reduce it by 5, which is probably not enough. Almost definitely, I would say.
14.
14. Because a glyph isn't language, this is where magic comes in. And actually, this isn't saying something more than it is some form of arcane or spellcraft, or this is obviously not writing. Is the best description I can give you. It's an older magic server, it checks out, but it's not something that you know of recently in terms of like modernized glyphs and stuff.
Can I, as much as I can perceive them, draw down the glyphs?
You absolutely can. This is one of those times where you definitively can. I actually do have them for you, but I can't give you them right now. Because prep-wise I didn't get them ready. But I do have them for you.
Cool.
And you can scribble down these 4 glyphs, and I imagine that the camera's still going.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out.
Anything else at this point?
Can I just investigate the cave to see if there is any other secret way out or through?
That would be a perception check. Anything else?
20.
20. So you shimmy round and you either take, and it's interesting because as a drow, do you have low light vision and stuff with your goggles and whatnot?
I thought what?
There's a drow.
Space drow.
I have told you all that on the drow.
Yeah, but because I don't know what that is.
A dark elf.
It's dark elf, like D&D.
Oh yeah.
Where would that be? Traits and benefits? Yes.
I'm
I
not
can
gonna
see
make it until next week.
So
in the dark.
that's fine. If you make your way around the cave, as you get towards where the entrance be, although you can see the light coming from outside, it is hard to see in this bit. You are magically being suppressed visually.
Okay.
I think your eyes would tell you that. No other way out, realistically, that you can see.
Okay.
This appears to be the end of the line. Unless you can proceed forwards with a key.
No keys here.
Mr. Day? Derisdai?
Derisdai Absuli.
Absuli.
You can call me D.
My apologies, I wasn't sure how to... D, like Kaz says, it's a thing of your people, but do you mind just, like, standing by the glyphs in order?
Yeah, sure. And you'll stand by the first one, and then...
I want to see if, like, they react or glow or something as the orb gets closer to...
Oh, you want to hold the orb.
I want him holding the orb, but I don't want to touch it. I'm letting him hold the orb and asking him to walk towards them and see if any of the glyphs change as the orb gets closer to it.
Yeah, he gets closer to them, and what you see is as you get closer, that's when the glyphs show up.
Okay.
And then they remain like a dull blue glow, just like hovering just in front of where the stone base of the statue would be. And then he's like, I tried this too. And then he does them individually, and they do the same thing. And then he says, I also tried this, and he puts it into the brazier, and no change happens. I think...
Well, this is like the Blue Crown, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Huh. Yeah, that was... Andrew kept saying we should take it with us, but it was...
Yeah, we didn't either.
Yeah, we had a similar conversation.
I think it was... I mean, I don't know magic that well.
I mean, we can always start the maze again if you want.
I don't...
I mean, we've gone through it now.
I would imagine. I mean, there are 4 braziers, right?
Yeah.
Now, I would imagine, realistically, if one fits in it, this was made to have 4 in it. So just one on its own is probably not going to do.
I came to the same conclusion, and he turns around and takes it back to the central pedestal, and like it slots in perfectly. I think it's 5.
Oh, that's a lot of
This
orbs.
one was already here. And
In that central plinth, that's where it was when you found it?
no, this was with Scarab.
Right, okay.
And
Yep, of course. Yeah.
when that horrid creature attacked us all, and the Corrovox came in, and it was just chaos, we saw that Vesk, Scarak, and he called us over to that very facility, and he managed to get the door closed just before he got stabbed. And then he took us back to, I guess, what was an old ops room for them, and he didn't get to say much before he died, and the orb was there, and we just felt that emotion, and I took it.
Okay.
That's what I came here for.
You said the orb, you can commune to an extent with it, yes? Does the orb know of any brethren that it has? Can it sense any brethren?
And there's
Any orbies around?
and he, like, you can see him, like, he closes his eyes and, like, looks down towards the orb. And no, they
children's plaything called Orbeez.
they don't know who they are or what they are. They just know that it's dark where they are, and they can sense through this. They can feel emotion. They can almost see what I see if I'm holding it, and they can. I think we share certain aspects of knowledge. Maybe I don't think it can read my mind, but I also don't think. Yeah, I think it's a back and forth thing.
Conversation.
So is it like a living thing?
Potentially, but then I don't know why it couldn't commune out of here. I could only talk with it, and talk is a loose word, in this room. But then I've not really been able to leave. Cassie's been very steadfast in staying here and not getting any closer, or else I would have been able to sense her. And it's only because, I could sense imminent movement that I thought she was maybe making a move, which is why I sent the Corrovox forward to defend this place.
I mean,
It helps that, and then this little eyeball, weird looking. Now you get close to it, it's like an egg of metal, but skin has been stretched over the front of it, and then it has like an actual eyelid, and it's like a flat eye that is like this.
It's like out of Berserk.
I'm quite technologically minded. I can create little drones and I can do things like that, but I don't know. There was a little pull to be able to create this, and I can use it to see, which is how I didn't know it was Skelpin until she called out. But with yourself, I was trying to get you back in here, and I didn't know if you were with Cassy or not.
and likewise, we didn't know what the order was. So apologies for the the taking it slow there.
No, it's fine. You were right to be cautious. I'm just sorry that you're now trapped in here with me.
So, apologies if everyone's already got there. Is this, do we think, a shrine?
Pretty,
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so.
Potentially. What to? I mean, I don't know of anything other than the Awakening and the Guardians to do with these orbs, and it's only in passing treasure hunters and pirates that we've heard myths, legends, that they could be anywhere else. It's what we were chasing. We were chasing a legend that may not have ever been true.
We were looking for more than what the legend says. The likelihood that there are 3 more in... I thought there were 4.
It's 5.
4 more in this vicinity, like on the same planet even, is mind-boggling to me.
I don't think they're all here.
No.
Yeah.
But
Because Grandpappy of Orag did say in his diary entry that he travelled, had a pull to travel, didn't he, and explore, and
maybe they want to be together.
Maybe
Maybe
this seems like
his
it's sort
logs as to where he went. Because
This thing
maybe
wants
the
to
orb
leave
was
here.
pulling.
I can sense that. This orb wants to
It
leave.
wants to get away from these.
So do we.
It doesn't seem urgent. I can feel it. It's curious more than anything. It's not hunting, but it's...
So it knows this place and it
Searching.
wants something
Yeah.
else.
I think searching's the right word.
It baffles me that we've gone through literal hell to get here, and there's nowhere for us to go apart from back the way we came, which also conveniently can be accessed by very good steering of a ship.
I mean, how many people were going to find this place?
No, but if you know it's here, to be able to drop down to it without all the trials and tribulations,
Yeah.
it seems a bit cheaty.
But at the same time, as far as I'm aware, we're the first, well, minus Scarrick and whoever was here during the swarm invasion, but it seems like...
How are we meant? It seems like we don't have much choice. It seems like, correct me if you disagree, have any other opinions, that we have to attempt to find a lamp in what remains. There may be
Well, I can show you where lamp is.
fix lamp and also kill Cassy.
Yeah.
Or at least
No. Wait, I mean, if we can incapacitate her,
Yes.
that's the better word.
then we can ask her questions.
So yeah,
Only
this
if she
is.
answers. Do you think she's going to answer?
Well, she
I
bloody
can be
well
quite
will.
charming.
She bloody. I will make her. TJ says.
TJ can be very charming too.
Good to know how she knows about
It would
these.
be good, but I'm not
I-
holding on hope that she will talk.
I've got a little inkling in my little ears twitching away. So if we remember a couple of weeks ago when we all first met at Dynatech and we had the whole thing with the people coming in and they had an access code for that door and the working theory was that the code came from inside the house. Now here's my thinking.
Oh,
Cassy Kato is clearly not a bona fide Dynatech employee, which, we will be taking that up with HR.
absolutely
For
unloyal.
sure.
Yeah.
As much as I do not want to go to HR.
I've heard bad things about that.
Throw her under
the
the bus, she
worst.
deserves
Almost as bad as legal. But my theory is that maybe Cassy Kato was the one who gave the code. And so there is either something at Dynatech that they still want
somebody
or some
else.
information, which is also concerning because how many people are falsifying their CVs.
To what end?
That's worrying.
Maybe even to stop us from coming on the rescue mission.
If,
We might have to be a little careful when we go back. We might be being watched.
well, if Kato's...
If we go back.
I want to go back.
Yeah,
I've got to see my wife.
I've got some salad in the fridge.
Oh, we can't
Stasis frigid. Derisdai would be like,
Play like
if
character.
Kato... I mean, it's obvious that she had an agenda here. Like, that's clear now. However she got into Dynatech, or whatever you're on about with the guys with the keys, but she certainly... Whatever that creature was that attacked the crew, that was waiting for her here. So either that's native here, but it's different to the swarm entities, or it arrived here before us. Unless she has a way of bringing it around. I mean, I don't know where she kept the rifle, so I have no clue if that's another thing there.
About this rifle.
Inventory.
Yes.
It concerns me that you say that you've never seen this rifle upon a person. Because I have a certain set of abilities.
Yeah, don't you grow weapons from your...
And I will create my sword.
And he's like a bit taken aback.
This is something I can do. It's not very common.
Can you do it with a rifle?
No.
No?
No. No.
Nano.
Not yet. Yes. Correct.
You can't.
This is when I ask, has she displayed any signs of being able to do things that you can't explain?
No. I mean, it's a potential for it. I don't know nanotech that well. I can tinker with electronics and with magitech, but I don't know nanotech.
Yeah.
It would explain potentially how. I mean, but my understanding with that role is that you only create simple weapons and nothing with energy or moving parts. That would be incredible.
Badly.
Well,
These ones, or So I do have
Look,
questions.
the guy with the arm, and he was. They all were like back alley modded, weren't they? One of-
Yeah, they
Dwarf!
were.
She's got the thing and the thing.
Yeah, the ones who had the
So
attack.
realistically, what we're saying is that we need to go out there, we need to subdue her, and we need to find out what she knows.
Not with my current health, but yes, I agree. I agree.
I
We
mean,
have to
Duncan,
subdue her.
I can rest without sleeping. I need about half the amount of rest as normal. It takes about 4 hours of just being calm, and I can fully recuperate myself, like as if it was
We haven't met
a
Skelton
a
yet.
full night's rest. I've been fine here, and as long as you've got something I could eat, if I do need to, I mean, I'm happy to. I mean,
Sorry, Kato's got
I don't think that she's going to come. She seems to not want to come close to
Well,
here.
she
like I
is
said, we've got
in.
the orb, so we can just go.
She is in the tactically
Exactly.
better position, so it's
if she
unlikely she'll come down
Gets
here.
close. I might be able to influence her to not. I don't quite fully understand yet.
That's a huge risk.
It is a
That's
huge
lot
risk.
of ifs.
But if we need to rest, now is the time.
Now is the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very happy to take a watch, but we should definitely keep an eye out. And
We've-
the little Dreddy's like, I will send Bud to the entrance to keep an eye. But it's hard to see her. She is very, very good at camouflaging herself.
We have looked. I'm assuming every inch of these walls,
Yes.
and
There's
there
no
is
way.
there is not a way that we can see.
There is a way through, but it requires.
Far more
Big
valves.
form of- Can
So
I
many
ask,
valves.
how similar are these guys to their models?
No, so they're similar, more similar to the blue one, which is that one there. The rest of them are actually from Steamforged Games,
Okay.
Island of the Crab Archon. So they have like a
So
large
these guys
pincer.
do not have forearms.
No, they only have two arms. One's
Okay.
like an acid cannon, very Tyranid from 40k, and the other one is like a big pincer spear thing.
Okay.
And then they're just covered in like spines and stuff, like a
Okay.
walking crustacean or an invertebrate.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Resty rest. Watchy watch.
Love a rest.
Shooty shoot.
Exactly.
Also, just
Put that on a
quickly,
poster.
is this
Can't we
orb
have loads
that
of
you
posters?
have? Is there any like I don't know bits that come off it
Not that
that I can put in this file?
not that I know
Okay.
of. No, and he just looks
Yeah,
confused. And he's just like, no. And
Okay.
it's like he like taps it. And it's like it makes the sound of like glass. It's like, ping.
I probably wouldn't try to chip a bit off that.
Are you
No.
thinking like press it in places and it's like a weird puzzle, or are you thinking DNA for the compass?
Just in case.
So if you guys want to start taking a
Yeah.
rest and start watching, Derisdai will take a watch and he will do a perception check for him. Anybody else going to stay up with him, or anybody else going to?
I'd prefer to do a perception check while there is still a level of light.
Yeah. So it's probably it's probably getting to early evening at this point, and it depends on when you guys are wanting to kind of make a go of it, really. Because if you want to go in the dead of night, absolutely fine. We'll just.
I'd prefer to go at night.
But we'd all be at a disadvantage.
She's the one with the gun.
Yeah.
The long distance.
As long as we can get out
I
of this
mean,
cave,
we have the benefit of there's quite a lot of cover for us.
Who can
Even though she has
see?
the high ground, we've got quite a lot of cover.
I can
down
see
here.
in the dark.
I've got low light.
I have low light
I have
vision.
low light vision.
I can also smell quite well.
But it's not the same as dark.
No.
So
I can see up to 60 foot.
I see 3 people potentially not being able to be stealthy.
But
How about early morning then?
I do have a flare gun. And you look at his equipment. He's not kitted out for combat. You would know personally that he's not a killer. If anything, he actually does everything he can to not kill something. And he's just like, I have a few bits and bobs, but
Come on, show us your tricksies.
let's see what's in his inventory. Yeah, I've got 2 flares. The orb gives off light. It can either be a good distraction, or it could be something like a beacon if we get closer. I've also got a mercy pistol, which you would know is a non-lethal firearm, and it's basically the choice of many like guardians of like temples or of like prisoners and wardens and stuff. So it's kind of like a gives off like blasts of like light waves at a target, delivering an intense thrust of heat. It's essentially like a low-level laser. That he's like, I came on this. It's me. It's the reason I needed to have a crew.
It's always plan for your teammates to stab you in the...
Well, she wasn't a teammate. I mean, we're Starfinders. And I don't think she's actually.
Can I just say,
Dynatech.
not all of Dynatech's like this.
She does not speak for us or represent Dynatech and its affiliates.
I imagine so.
I suggest shooting a flare
Well, maybe
directly
one
at
of
her
there are
position.
affiliates.
So we need to see where that is.
Not
She could be anywhere up on that
Dynatech.
ridge.
I don't know. I'm starting to
Are
worry.
we talking, like, is this after our rest? Or
So this
like...
is partly drawing, but I need to know who's going in order of rest, and we're trying to go at night time, yeah?
Yes, I know. Kaylee said she...
I would
They-
like to go in low light level.
Yeah.
So that'll be about the first watch then. So if you want to do that with Derisdai.
That's a
No?
16, I
16?
believe. Yeah,
Okay,
that's a 16.
There is a stillness to the air that you just. It's the anticipation of waiting, knowing that you are going to be
She's over
entering
60 feet.
into essentially combat. It's like the night before the battle, the calm before the storm. But nothing happens. You guys are probably back 20, 30 feet from the cave entrance. You can see out. It's a bit darker than you'd expect it to be, but you can see out to the limit of your vision.
Which is...
My vision limits to 60 feet before I start getting fuzzy.
How would you know that?
Which is
Check
why
trace of each.
negative. I think at the end of my rest, if nothing,
Traits
or
and
watch if
benefits.
nothing happens, I will take my rest by
Low light.
little sort of silk, what do you call them? Sleeping bags. And it's like stuck to the wall.
Yeah.
It's little.
So cute.
Oh my goodness.
Derisdai kind of like sits there by the entrance with the
I
the orb
can
sits
get you
back
one
a
as
bit
well
further.
if you want.
Who's going second? It starts to get dark out there.
You're
I'm
probably
happy to
best.
stick to the deep dark of night. I've got pretty good dark vision. So.
I'll take next then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perception check, please.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones. 22.
22.
Nice.
Okay.
No, I don't like that, Ian.
Yeah.
Stop that.
The face and the roll.
Don't.
Hey, buddy.
No.
No.
Don't say it out loud.
That's a big fuck you.
All right.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I find a giant hamster wheel and I live happily ever after?
Okay.
Sounds like you've been shot straight in the head and you're going to hamster wheel heaven.
So
Run forever. Run free.
during your watch, you hear a from somewhere out in the courtyard, temple, entrance, whatever it is that may be. Have you got low light or dark vision?
Low light.
Low light. Okay. Do you know what the extent of that is?
Don't say for me.
Let me find it. Is it under traits and benefits? Yes, it is. Yeah, so it's up to 60 feet.
You don't see it, but you get a sense that somewhere here a rock is displaced and it falls.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's the orb. There's a crack in it.
Interesting.
But that nothing else happens. throughout your watch. And at the end of your watch, who's going to take the next one?
I'll take the next one.
Yeah, middle of the night.
And I'll report about the rock as well.
Okay.
I'll make sure to keep my focus towards that side of the temple.
Perception check.
21.
What's the range on your dark vision?
60. Mine's different to you.
Oh.
Different races, different things.
You've seen that.
She can get mighty close.
You just want to double check her stealth.
Real bad.
She sneezes.
She rolls in that one. Oh wait, that's me.
Emily, do you want to roll the d20?
No. No.
What did you roll?
21.
It's only maybe because there's this like red sort of glow in the sky. Something metallic catches your eye over here.
Mm.
And it looks like, for a split second, something descending, but it's really small. There's a tiny glint in the distance.
Okay.
But nothing else happens during your watch. Anything else?
You got any grenade?
Can I say in that time that I would have used my raptor repair to do my stamina up again? My nanite thing.
Yeah, you should get that on a long rest anyway.
Yeah, but because we haven't finished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing anything until we're like,
rest until.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll spend another one of those then, and then it's over a minute. I'll have 10 back. So.
Okay.
I think if I think that she's descending, Kaz would think that she's trying to make a move on something. So I'm gonna wake up Skelkin and probably D.
Yeah. He's already awake, actually.
I don't want to wake everyone up. I just.
What am I gonna do in Photoshop?
Well, it's an extra gun. It's an extra pair of eyes. You know. I think she's descending the cliff. My plan is I'm going to go out here. I'll go behind this column. At least then I'm a little closer. Hopefully I can catch her by surprise. If she decides to make a move. Do with that what you will.
Okay, I guess we just keep an eye out on you. Are you just staying out by the pillar to keep a closer watch?
If I'm making you guys aware, if I get caught, then at least I'm not on my own.
Yeah.
And then if I get caught, you wake the others up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Good luck.
Thanks.
Be quiet.
I'll try.
Tell me
I will
how.
try to stealth, like crouch, just right out the corner of here in the cave, and then just kind of keep behind here, making sure that I'm not in vision.
Yeah. Give me a stealth check.
Skills. 19.
You hear him in that last moment, just like, and then it's just deathly quiet, like almost as quiet as you can be, Skelkin, as he makes his way out to that first pillar.
Okay.
And I get out to the pillar, nothing happens.
I've drawn my sword out as well, and I think I will just stay on this corner.
Yeah. Well, since you're putting things down on a battle map, let's just go to that camera and have a look.
Wait!
For anyone watching, I am here behind
So
that.
Next to the dead dwarf.
Next to the dead dwarf, yes.
I've just seen it's flipped.
It is flipped, isn't it?
Ooh,
It's weird because it's not on this one and it is on that one.
Oh, weird.
weird.
Was
Yeah.
it flipped last time? Because I did not notice.
It goes out live and it's the right way round.
Okay.
Fuck.
But while I was watching this on the last one,
It was
I did not notice.
It doesn't matter. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna.
I also couldn't see the dice from where I'm sitting. The die, should I say.
I'm not going to mess around with that now.
I'm gonna try and keep actively perceiving to see if she's trying to approach.
At this point, if you are now no longer taking part in the rest, you will not gain the
I know.
benefits along
Which is why I did my own heal to myself. 'Cause
Make a perception check.
20. 2-0.
Okay. You don't sense any movement. You don't see any movement.
Okay.
Hot. Yeah. But nothing happens. No shot is made. No call to arms needed.
So this is our dilemma. So we've been woken up to keep watch, but we can't actively keep watch whilst resting.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I have to say, ha, bye, and then go back to sleep.
You were well within your right to do that. You're like,
If you,
Yeah,
if you need the
absolutely.
rest,
I do.
Derisdai would be like, I'll keep an eye on you. I'll get you all up if needs be.
Take the
Yeah.
rest of it.
yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thursday's got an orb sustaining him. He's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably, you know, emaciated, really.
He's fine.
There's no side effects from that at all. Sure.
No, he's so healthy.
Can I look round sort of towards the middle?
Okay.
Because I would have expected some movement if I've seen her come down for this way, and I haven't yet. So
When you look, I will keep that 20 perception check.
okay.
You see no movement.
Bastard. Okay. I think I'm just gonna stay there indefinitely.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
try and be as
Spend the rest of the
quiet as
night
it
there.
possibly can be.
So that would be another essentially 3 hours worth of
Yep.
staying there. So give me 3 perception checks.
Okay.
For say 1 for each hour while things are happening in the background. Derisdai lets the rest of you sleep.
15, 26, 19.
Damn.
Okay. First hour you see nothing. Second one's 26, yeah?
Yeah.
Now she has a high modifier to this.
Okay.
On your second hour,
Yeah.
it's only because you're being so quiet and so still you hear something over here. And as you peer around, you see another glint maybe of metal of some kind in the moonlight slowly descending here.
Shit.
But then it seems so small, it doesn't seem like a whole body. And it's not falling. And on the third hour, nothing.
Wow.
But at that, Derisdai from the and she's like, Kaz. And I'll stage whisper, like, Kaz.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's the dead of night now.
Yeah. I've seen a bit more movement.
Do you know where she is?
I'll like just point towards up in that corner.
When was that?
An hour ago. I've not seen anything since.
Okay.
But it's definitely on top.
And I'll go wake up the others.
Is that long rest?
You guys can
Yeah.
click the
Yes.
long rest button,
Apart from me.
except Kaz,
Yep.
who
Oh.
cannot click that long rest button.
Which one is it?
The bed.
The bed one.
The bed, and
Sleep
you
down.
don't have to do a tick to not
Yeah.
have things
Yeah, like
reset.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, yeah.
So you should get your
Thanks,
level back in
asbestos.
HP, you should get your stamina points back, so you should now be, and your resolve points should be back.
Do we have more like
Do I have my spells?
healing
You should have your
stuff
spells back.
Yes.
anywhere?
I have one level 1 thing.
EpiPen.
One EpiPen.
Cool.
What do you call it? Healer.
Derisdai wakes up
Well,
the rest of the crew. It's like, Kaz and I think it's probably time. There isn't really a plan, apart from I'm going to shoot a flare towards where we think she is.
What's the light situation right now?
So right now, if you wish for, it's sort of very dark lighting. There is some ambient red lighting from the sky, which gives it this weird, dark.
So coming up to dawn.
Yes, but it's still quite dark at the moment.
Suitable for low light vision?
To an extent.
So what happens when it just says I have low light vision, but I don't have any sort of footage?
Let's have a look. Low light.
Low light, I think, is 60. Well, yeah, like you said, it depends on race, but...
Allow the character to see in low light conditions as if it was normal light conditions. So this would be dark conditions right now. So you are currently going to struggle to see.
But I can see fine.
I
That's
have
not helpful for
blind
the rest of
sense,
the
which is scent to a range of 30.
You
So,
can smell things.
so
at 30 foot.
if she comes within 30 feet of me, I could smell her.
Yeah, she probably doesn't smell
She's
great.
there.
Not
I'm not
that
going to lie, none of us do right now. We all
smells of
Well, we
smell
can
stolen
make
pretty bad.
rations.
First light, and
Well, we're not all at a disadvantage. It might be better.
Do
Rush for
then
breakfast.
we
She
could
won't be expecting
Actually,
it.
come up with a plan then, maybe.
I mean, some of us could go to the left, some of us could go to the right. It just divides her.
I mean, I guess if we all run out at once, only one of us is going to get shot at.
If
Or
it-
we try and sneak out and take positions.
Not that I came up with this plan last week, but she did. The things that I said I didn't have, I have, and we may be able to obscure an ambush.
What's that?
Smoke grenades.
Oh, you have smoke grenades.
That would be very useful.
That would be very
But
useful.
what would be more useful is knowing her position beforehand.
How many
If we
grenades do
could
you
do that. Let me look before I speak.
I'm gonna reach into my pouch. I'm like, I've got some. I've got
You've got smoke grenades as well.
a smoke grenade. I've got a frag grenade.
Oh.
I've got a concussion grenade.
Does it say?
You got the whole armory.
Like, 1 minute 20 foot. So we could throw them out in a chain if we wanted to run, ambush her. But it doesn't help if we're running in the wrong direction.
Exactly.
Well,
Also, if there's a load of smoke something going off, she'll know that we're trying to use that as a cover.
But she also won't be able to hit us. Well, she could.
Let,
It would be a luck. It would be a luck
the
thing.
smoke will allow everyone to get out of the cave, at least.
Take position somewhere else, and then she has to look for us or move her position.
Hide and seek.
Shall we, take different positions behind different pillars?
Yeah.
Could we do the flare first? It might give us some semblance. She would know then we were planning on something, but the smoke would give us more of a sort of chance to ambush.
If she's using a sniper scope, then that will certainly put her off it.
I also
But
could.
so with the flare, she would have to hide.
That's what I mean.
Ah,
I could also use Bud and maybe try and either have him go out. Maybe she'll take the bait and shoot it, or maybe.
why did we throw Lamp out the window? Where is Lamp?
So, and Derisdai will like point out the cave, the rubble next to Adric. That's land.
Was Lamp.
I mean, I'm sure anything can be fixed, but
We don't really have the time to do
No.
it right now.
Why
deal with
didn't
the
we think
style.
about that before the long run?
Adric's also got an artillery laser. I don't know if anybody else can wield it. I can't, but if there's any sort of, like
Christ,
heavy hitters, that's a good support weapon.
Oh, sorry.
I'm still not understanding how I can be
I
a
mean-
sniper, but not with heavy.
We could
Not
always.
Sniper is its own classification of weapons.
But-
So there's light arms, which is handguns.
Yes, I just.
Long arms, which is rifles.
I don't believe I can use those.
No.
We can
proficiently.
always take it for a few.
Heavy
shipmates.
weapons are things like big laser cannons and miniguns and stuff, and then sniper weapons are sniper weapons.
So what Adric has is a long gun.
What Adric has is a heavy weapon.
Ah, fuck's sake. Okay. So where do you find out your proficiencies? Is there
It's on your class.
If you just look at quick and then go down, it will say it.
Unless
Can
you've
I-
taken a feat, you won't be proficient with heavy artillery.
Can I use some sticks?
Yeah, of course you can.
No, but I forget the disadvantage of it.
You end up taking like minus penalties to trying to shoot with it. So you'd be like -4 per shot
But
on
not
top of
the
any other
damage.
minuses. Not the damage, no. But
Considering how much I've not hit with my normal weapon, it might not be too much of a bad show.
So it's about 125 to get to the wall from the entrance in a direct straight line.
Yep.
So.
I last saw, I think, her over in that corner.
The logistics.
But that was an hour ago at least. So.
I mean, I'm only useful really close up.
An attack like
Close-ish.
this, if we were to plan legging it and covering ourselves for that distance, we couldn't get as far as we planned without her taking a shot.
Well, I can at least lay down some cover and fire while the flare's going on.
Yeah, but it doesn't help covering fire if you don't know the direction to shoot it in.
Well, you know the rough
Any more way
direction.
to find out.
Well, we heard... I say we. I wasn't there. I also didn't hear this, so I'm not going to say anything. Never mind.
I think you said. I mean, you've pointed to this corner, haven't
That's
you?
what I last saw
After
movement.
this corner.
So
Yeah. It could be traps, I don't know.
And we can't see if our ladder's still there, or if our rope
Yeah, the
is
rope
still there.
was over there. But
So, I mean, our best is to, I don't know, try and take cover behind the pillars and pot shot.
I mean,
Almost to get a sort of a lay of the land, almost see what she's up to.
Because, I mean, no matter which side she is, the back of the pillars is the most safest location, other than under the ridges.
If she's not hiding there.
well, how about
We don't know until we get out there, though. That's the thing.
I can create my shield, which will at least, if I get hit, buffer some damage. But I can at least run from pillar to pillar and try and draw her out. At least then we have a
Actually-
location.
As the healer, well, as someone who can heal,
Yeah.
and as also the most damaged, Calyx is going to give you the Mark 1 serum.
Okay, thank you. Alright.
Because if I go down, you can always hit, but if you go down, then it's me trying to get to someone to mark. But
Okay.
it's, I think, better for you to
I'm
have
running
it,
low on plasters.
Okay, I'll put it in my inventory.
and I will negative. So yeah, it's
Wasted
Mark
one on
1.
Joan.
Thank you.
Where are we standing on the flare? Are we leaning more towards the smoke grenades as an initiator?
I mean, if we pop smoke, we can run out and then
Hide.
take positions and
Then flare.
try and get a position. I mean, the flare might
Yeah.
blind her.
I will say the other thing
But
is
they're only-
we are also very much saying that we're about to do something if we are letting off a load of smoke and flares.
Yes, but would you like to be obscured or would you like to be in plain sight of a...
I'm just saying she might be asleep.
She might be, but she might not be. Would you like to take that risk?
As a sniper, she won't be asleep.
That's why she probably looked
I don't-
emaciated.
Take it from my experience in combat
I
training.
will actually, because I've never really shot. This gun's new for me.
What's down here?
I've never shot a gun before.
It's so shiny when you pull that trigger.
Look, I can try and draw her out by getting her to shoot at me. This is why if I use my shield, I will at least take less damage.
Only if
If
she
she
hits your shield.
Well, and the shield, mechanically, if I get hit, will reduce damage.
As I say, I'm inclined to potentially split party, go at least in two directions, because then at least she's concentrated. Either one direction will be harrying her down, or one she's going to try and fire on. Trying to
actually think
keep an
that's
idea
quite
on
smart.
both.
Can I...
I mean, we're not splitting really because we're in a confined
Yeah,
area. Whoever's going to get shot at, as long as we stay together so we can keep each other alive.
But we won't be fish in a barrel that way.
I
Yeah.
really think that we, providing our personal selves are not in danger, that the health of the rest of the party should be a priority rather than getting Kato.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
Completely.
yeah.
I mean, I want to live.
Yes, please.
But I mean,
Saying that, my preference of sides is left because that's where I remember that we put our rope.
Yep. Okay.
Now I'm aware that it may not still be there, but if it is and we can actually get up there, that would be a huge advantage.
Okay.
Okay. I'm already on the right side, so I'll stick to right.
I guess I'll send Bud down the middle.
I'd like to come left.
I will go right.
Where would you want me?
Uh,
I guess I run up the middle, and we said we're shooting it to up there, and he points to like this bit up here.
I would imagine if that's the last known location, if we're going to try and get you as close as possible with that orb as an in case, maybe left.
So I'm
to
taking the orb
start
with
with.
me.
Or
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
does someone stay with the orb? Because if we all die in the end, then that protection is useless.
Or we leave it in here and just hope that we win.
Would you would find it a disadvantage to have whilst in combat?
I mean, I don't know this thing that well. It conveys with me that it could help, but at the same time,
so far.
well, it has, but not direct combat. It's only turned the Corrovox away from me.
is there like stones and stuff around in this cave?
There'd be one or two, yeah.
Is there one that's perhaps maybe the same size as the orb?
Be a pretty heavy boulder.
Mm.
I was thinking, Derisdai, if we give you, say, a stone about the same size as the orb, because Cassy currently thinks that you have the orb.
But you are giving.
It also gives off a large light.
If you're caught, well,
You're giving him a huge disability if you want to give him
yeah,
a
it's
boulder.
quite heavy, I suppose. I'm just thinking of the cuff.
I mean,
Maybe
I had thoughts of
There's you, and
we
I'm
need
just thinking about
illusion.
rolling it out.
maybe if you were to hang back a little, and if it looks sticky, you can make a run up with the orb in case, but maybe we keep you back
Yeah.
to start with.
So if we...
There's a word for it, like a second wind almost.
Mm.
But if she thinks we're all giving it our all, and if we then get sticky, we have a backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we, I guess, throw the smoke grenade out, and then you guys flank left and right, I'll come through the smoke, launch the flare, and then step back into it again. And then we just see where we are. Hopefully Bud will be able to see something.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
says
Are we
20
gonna-
foot. Is that coverage, or how far you can throw it?
So you can throw it 20 foot, but then you then get those range increment penalties as you throw it from there. But bear in mind when you throw a grenade, it's AC 5 to hit a square on the ground essentially. So if you're throwing it further, you absolutely can yeet it. It's just going to become DC 7 for the next 20 foot of increment, then DC 9 for the next increment. And you're using your strength modifier though to throw something, not dex.
It is also worth noting, each character who inhales smoke must succeed a fortitude saving throw each round, or spend that round choking and coughing and can do nothing else.
Just say you're holding your breath as you walk through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get punched in the gut while you're in there.
Yeah.
And we've all got.
You do have environmental protection on your suit.
Yeah.
You do have yeah.
Are you gonna do a grenade? I'll do a grenade. Cover both.
Left and right.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the radius on those grenades?
That's what I was trying to ask.
Yeah, it says
20 foot. I wasn't
yeah.
sure if that was the radius or how far we could throw it.
It's real confusing.
It doesn't say.
Hang on. If you say
It says,
It just says 20 foot.
yeah, 1 minute, 20 foot.
oh, okay, then yeah, we'll say it's 20 foot radius. Where are you popping?
Okay. Ooh, hello.
Where do you think?
But we're obviously going to plan this before we throw them,
Yeah.
so don't
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
first placement as fact. But we need them to overlap in the middle.
Yeah, sort of like there.
But,
Oh.
So
But-
it's covering both.
but
It's
then,
covering both
but then
things,
if we
pretty
do
much.
that, Kaz is standing in the cloud, and then anyone who perks behind this one is also standing in it.
Or do we want to
For a
kind of put
minute.
it a little
Doesn't
bit
matter.
But yeah, how far's 20 foot?
from here?
You can still throw it past 20 foot.
So that would be where the 20 foot would.
We're going to get one pillar. It's going to
Yeah.
inconvenience this person or this person.
Doesn't matter. That's fine.
Well, it does matter if you're taking damage
I'm
or
not
standing.
Well,
going to take damage.
would
because I
our
can put my mask on.
Yeah.
suits?
You've got environmental
so
hazards
cool.
for one,
Yeah,
for
so we
one
could.
day per level.
Damage. From
That gets rid of it
You
completely.
can breathe in space with it. So
Yeah.
Okay, then
So-
let's go for easier then.
Yeah.
Then there's
Okay.
less chance of us being spotted.
Alright.
So, I'm going to give you a round of actions before we roll initiative, because you are technically going first. So, the smoke grenades go out.
Yeah.
Goodbye, grenade.
Should we do initiative still?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Derisdai, you seem like takes the flare gun, and then Bud flies forward. Could you put Bud for me, please?
Oh.
He'll send it forward to the front of where the smoke is, so just out of it.
Right here.
Yep, that's fine. Can you put Derisdai behind the smoke for me for now? And then, if you guys are running left and right, if you'd like to place yourselves out on the map, I will take her reaction, and then we'll enter initiative.
Okay.
I can't work out how to get rid of one.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys were going this side,
Yeah.
It's too many numbers.
Going to use just reaction to dash, so I want to go the full 60.
So it's not reaction. Oh no, you can use your movement and your action. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
So that's then, and then 30 would
Probably
get me
gets
to
rid of
there.
more because it just says
Tucking
times
under?
3, right?
Yeah, I'm tucking under behind
And you're
this
just full on
one.
sprinting, yeah?
Hold breath through smoke and then sprinting up this side.
Well, you only hold breath with environmental protection, so you're fine. So you've run up there.
Just in case.
Skeleton,
I'm
where are you
trying to
going?
hide as much behind this
How far can we go? Is it one turn of movement?
One
turn of movement.
turn of moving. Bearing in mind you were one of the people that popped smoke, so that would be your action to interact with an item. So you've only got your movement now of 30 foot.
Actually,
30 foot.
instead of going there, 30,
It probably would have been
I'm
better
actually
to do this in stages.
going to get to there. That does get
Okay, you can still just go into the smoke.
30.
Yeah.
With your mask, you won't take any. So next turn, you just move out of it or whatever you want to.
Yeah.
So it's not
You'll be nice and obscured.
detriment to you.
I think I will go where the weird robot thing was before, trying to entice you. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you all out?
No.
Can I go this side?
Are you moving from where you were?
Well,
Can actually get to
I
behind
may
that
as well
one.
try and push up a bit. I think I'm going to try it.
Go to the edge of the.
I was thinking maybe going up
I'm gonna
onto
go for
here.
this one.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do that. And move from where I was up to there. I didn't use an action or anything for smoke, so I'm going to go.
Yep. Okay.
And then I'm going to still keep an eye out up here.
Okay.
Because she might move.
Can you all roll initiative for me, please?
Yeah.
As you guys roll the smoke, it starts to billow. You give it that 2-3 seconds to actually form a cloud as Derisdai runs forward. Bud goes forward, and you see him just run into the smoke. Then, as you guys run around left and right, Kaz, you run around the corner. Skull, can you get up to where Lamp was? As you guys, where did TJ get
Oh,
to?
I got to the dwarf.
So 3 of you gone that way.
No,
No,
go
no.
this way.
Who's gone this way?
TJ
Calyx.
can.
Calyx and
Skelkan.
Skelkan.
Oh, cool. So Skull's there. Skull, can you get to that back one there? And you like brace up against the pillar because you pop smoke. You run out. And you're like ready to go around the corner. Calyx, as you start running up here, as you get to that Corrovox body, a shot goes off.
My boy.
Okay. So. 17 to hit.
Definitely not. I'm joking. Yeah,
I know it.
yeah.
I have a thing that I've completely forgotten that I have this thing. It's called Scrappy.
Yes.
To me, it's not completely self-explanatory, but it sounds like
It's like you get your +1.
no. Again, it's very I haven't forgotten about it. It says as long as an ally is within 10 feet, a Demai can re-roll a failed attack.
Yes,
so
that's
that
you or
sounds like
Derisdai. So, you are going to take 8 points of piercing damage
Yep.
as it like grazes
all
the
that stamina
armor.
I had. Way!
and you just
baby.
gave away your healing.
Baby boy.
I'm already feeling not so good. It's fine. It's fine.
Definitively from somewhere up here.
Definitively. Cool. Well, she's made a move. So
We are now in initiative. Can I have your initiative rolls, please? Starting with Calyx.
16.
16 for the Kalinator. TJ Squeakson.
10.
Yeah.
Hey, high rolls for the actual combat. So
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Skelkin Shaw.
19.
19, motherfucker.
Get him.
Skelcon. Kazumbra.
11.
11!
Woo!
11. Okay. We are now in initiative. Top of the round.
Cassie.
Which way round the pillar did you go from the inside?
I went around this side,
The
so that's why
outside.
she would have seen me.
Where are you currently?
I'm behind this pillar.
Okay, cool. As you make it up there, which would be the end of your movement in the surprise round, let's grab slightly better soundtrack. Okay.
Oh, no, not that one.
They
Still going, mate. It's all good. Yeah.
use their move action. I love how much that's going to pick up on the mic. They're like the most sensitive things ever. I'm just trying to whisper. Oh, bless you. So,
You might need a whiteboard and just write it down. and just
tonight
like,
is a spectator sport. Okay, but nothing else is heard. Skelkin, you hear the shot ring out. You know it's something on this side. I mean, would you like give off like an or anything?
yeah, I think it wouldn't be an more of like a deflational.
You know she can see down this side. She must be able to, unless she had line of sight over here. But the sound echoes through this like chamber, but it's just louder in one side. You know she's on this side. I will mark off an arrow.
There's got to be some point where her vision is obscured with these pillars, and I'm gonna see the way that Calyx went. And 20 foot, 30.
30 foot per should be.
I will probably try to reach Calyx around there, but around the other side, the middle.
Down on this side.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this in a bendy way.
Well, it'd be.
You've got the
You
other
can
one as well.
use this, or yeah, you've got that one.
Yeah. So it'd be like 10 foot to go around the corner, and then straight there would be another 30 foot to get next to Calyx.
Yeah.
So 40 foot in total.
Yeah, but I didn't see that. Would I be behind that pillar? Like, immediately behind it or not?
Yeah. From that big rock, but that small one, maybe not.
30 foot, No, I mean immediately
She must be
behind.
like directly touching the pillar back to the
I
pillar.
need to be back to the pillar,
that
otherwise
40
I'll
foot would
die.
be directly.
But I'm not talking 40, I'm talking 30.
30 would be
to
like
the edge of the smoke.
10, and then
If you're in the smoke, you'd be obscured.
you'll be in the smoke. You'll be here.
Can I, this rock, are we assuming this is sort of like waist high? This
Yeah.
rock
So
here.
it's a little bit of a climb, probably like lower chest.
Can I squat? Can I get there and squat back
Yeah,
to the...
you could be behind
Yeah,
behind some cover there.
yeah,
Okay, is that where you want to go?
yeah.
Okay. Need to mark the rounds. Anything else from Skelkin?
If I'm squatting, I take it I can't hold.
You're also in the smoke, so your vision is also obscured at the moment.
Yeah, can I hold?
Sorry,
shot.
I just want
Yeah.
to see
Yeah, you
something.
can.
Absolutely, you can hold a shot.
If I'm sat squat back facing that way, is it unrealistic to expect to hold a shot?
No, you can still hold your action. It's absolutely
yeah.
fine.
I will do that.
Sorry.
And probably
Well, it's like I'm trying to figure out.
like blind shoot. If I hear anything from my left, which will be sort of towards the middle, if I think she's moved this way, then turn around and just fucking blind shoot up there, I guess.
Where are the other sticks gone?
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. No. I don't have them up here for a reason at all. Yeah, so you're holding a shot around this side of the pillar, kind of this direction. Yeah, you can hold that shot. Remember that is what's going on. Kaz, you're up.
Is it not Calyx next?
Calyx! And literally, there's such a big gap between like Skelkin and then Calyx, Kaz and TJ that I just ignored you. You don't get a go.
Oh.
Alright, fine.
No,
I'm
Calyx,
just
you're up.
wailing in the corner.
Yeah, this shot skims the armour. You obviously it hits hard, and it's like It is literally a projectile. It's not like a laser weapon. And it.
Okay. Do you know what? Sort of. He's going to go for it. Can I have those sticks back?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah. That's fine.
It's useful to have those. So I'm going to actually come around this side.
Yeah.
And again, I'm going to spend both movement and action to run, which should get me.
Yeah.
Can I, with this shot, do I have a fair idea where up here she is before I actually make this move?
Give me a perception check. You're getting the rough location for free.
Let's see if you can pinpoint where she was when she took the shot.
What's a 10?
Okay.
Plus.
Okay. No, that's a 10.
Oh.
Oh.
Now.
Okay.
I'm not using you anymore. You can.
That, she gets a plus 12 to this, but that is a nat 1.
Oh,
yes,
bitch.
I think it's only because there's like falling rock.
Yeah.
She was definitively behind here.
So she's behind this rock.
That's more.
Okay.
When she took the shot.
That's she's obscured herself quite a lot because that is the biggest pillar.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna. Knowing that.
You know what's really annoying is I have a laser line and I've left it in the house because I was playing Legion the other day.
Calyx, do we need another smoke grenade?
I think. Yeah, no, I would be able to get to that. Because I'm unfortunately useless at this range.
Yeah.
I really can't do anything, so I'm going to use action and movement to get myself behind this pillar. And I expect her to take another shot as I'm doing it. I am squiggling for my life.
Oh, squiggly wiggly.
Squiggle willigo.
I shouldn't have held a shot. I should have held a
No shot
fucking
goes off.
grenade.
Okay. Squiggles.
Shit, she's moved.
And I think as a verbal action, if I'm allowed to shout, I'll sort of go, "It's behind the rock on the cliff! This is the small one!" Trying to like point it out as I'm squiggling by.
Behind the rock.
Behind the small rock on the left side of the cliff.
Yeah.
She basically tells you she's up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
but there are many small.
Look, I'm trying to do it.
She's pointed it
I'm
out.
letting you have this.
Yeah,
Where
I'm
the shot was
trying to
taken from
do
was
it
there.
in as most accurate to thing way.
If that's the end of your go,
That's the end of my go. Yes.
Derisdai will run forward to the front of the smoke.
What are you doing, mate? I told you to stay back.
Just going for it.
He
Fuck.
shoots a flare up to here. He's going to make an attack roll. Like 90
Where
feet.
she was.
If Doris, they would have heard. Calyx, no?
If you scream that out, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
So will Doris then shoot up there then instead? If he heard Calyx?
Well, he can't really see through the smoke, so when he runs out, he has to make a quick decision.
Pointing.
But he knows roughly up on the left, so he's just going to shoot for where
That's fair.
was said. And you watch this flare. And then lands over here.
Okay.
You don't know anything other than that. He's then like, I hope that helps, and then just takes 5 foot step back into the smoke. Bud will fly forwards 30 feet.
He's got some balls, that one.
He's the best bird.
Way.
There you go. Just in the centre of the steps is fine.
Oh, yep, yep.
And then he'll make a perception check.
What is this dice there for?
Just from last week.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's Darius' go. Kaz, now you're up.
Okay. Is that rope still up?
Where are you?
You can't see it from there, you did.
Nice try.
I think I'll shout out, is the rope still up?
Oh, why don't we just
and
tell her
hope to
where
get
we
a
are?
response. I'm like,
Echo, echo, echo.
if I get no response, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna say that probably no one knows if group is up.
You blew your position.
What?
You blew your position.
There's a lot of shit going on. I don't think her hearing a voice is gonna point me out.
Hello, hello.
I am gonna. This place to be. Are these pillars smooth in stone?
No, they're pretty accurate to what the minis are. It's quite a grainy texture. It's been battered by wind and storms and stuff, but
It's not really climbable.
it is. It's just going to be a tougher challenge than you'd expect.
And
You'd
it
find
might take you
footholds
2
and
turns.
stuff. It could take you a while if you don't have climb speed.
Okay. I'm trying to stop my part of the brain. It's like, do something cool.
Do something cool!
Do something cool!
Do it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I can have the big stick. A stick, that'll do it. Okay.
You're looking at 100 and.
I'm just thinking about that behind that pillar. It's about 60 foot, right?
Yeah. Oh no, so they're 30 each, so that's 90 foot.
Oh, because it went to this one.
Oh, okay, right.
From there.
Oh, you're going
Oh,
to
right,
come
so
join
about
me behind the pillar.
70 foot to get to right
Well-
behind, or just to there is 60?
Just like here.
Yeah, 60.
Yep. I think I'm going to come out and I'm just going to sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
No.
I said I was going to do it, so I'm doing it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it now.
He doesn't make
You can have your big stick back.
Mmm. Interesting.
it. Your multicoloured dream crusher is back.
Anything else?
No. I cannot do nothing else.
TJ, you're up.
Hello. Okay, so I'm next to a dead dwarf. We know that the dead dwarf has a pistol that I will never be able to lift.
So it's not a pistol. This
Oh,
one's
it's
like.
a big old gun.
It's also hard to see him in the smoke.
This is
But there is a large laser cannon next to him. Splattered with
TJ without being fucking funny.
Dynatech
Can I give him a cheeky little grope and see if I can find anything else on him?
Yes, this is going to be a hard check because of the smoke.
Yeah.
But you can make a perception check.
21.
cheeky little grope.
Nice guy.
Oops.
He's going to check your cack.
Packing.
Not anymore.
Yoink. Into the pouch.
Wow.
Let's go. The sausage on him. I had to cut it off.
Oh.
That's what I caught you throat.
Are we going there already? Okay, so there is a large hammer, like a combat hammer next to
Yep.
him. There is this artillery laser azimuth.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can tell he is wearing heavy armor.
Okay.
Then there is just bits of machinery lying around. But, that's about all you get. He's got the standard stuff like, on his armor is his data pad and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say to pat him down is probably your action to
Yeah.
actually investigate and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh no, that's too unhinged. No, it's way too unhinged.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it the kind of thing that people would shout at us on the internet for?
I don't think I can get away with doing it on this turn, considering I've given him a little bit of a fondle. I don't want to pick up any of the machinery because I know it's lamp. But I do want to cut off his hand.
Oh, yeah. That is a good one, actually.
That'll be an action to do that. Yeah,
exactly.
So
I'm
you have to tell me how you're doing it.
I'm
in a
going to
minute.
ready my knife.
Okay.
And that's me.
Okay. End of your go then. We're at the top of the round.
Oh no.
Surprise round over.
She gives up and goes home.
We're all dead within a minute. Bleed out just in time to see the smoke dissipate.
Okay. Skull, can you roll?
What did we say low light vision is equating to?
So if you guys went out at dawn, at the crack of dawn, then you were seeing absolutely fine.
So,
Like normal light.
So we should be able to see at the top anyway.
Angles and
yeah.
anything else dependent, yeah?
So we shouldn't have needed the flare.
The flare's more to distract her and
Yeah.
blind her.
Yeah.
Can I run up to behind that pillar that's just in front of me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Easily within your 30 foot. It's probably what, 20?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stealthily, of course.
Nothing happens.
I want to try and perceive where she might be, but I will only look on the top level for now.
Okay. Are you... Because it's quite a big pillar you're behind. It's like 10 foot wide.
Yeah,
Where are you looking?
I'm going to assume that she won't give off her position and then stay there. I would assume to look on, if I've got my back to it, to the left, so this side.
Okay. So you poke your head out, and you can make a perception check.
Oh, shit, man. That's shit. No.
Skills.
You just see me going wrong all the time and you're like, no. 11? No, that's not how you maths
7
at
plus
all, you stupid idiot. 15!
15.
Thank
You poke your head around the corner. Just a 30 hit.
Probably. I don't think I need to check.
Okay.
Damn.
You take 6 points of piercing damage
That's
as
not
you
good.
look around and you see the glint of a sniper rifle here, behind this rock.
What the?
And you watch as it quickly moves to you, and then and it scrapes past part of your armor and like maybe knocks your head into the pillar, but you have a definitive position.
Does this bitch not understand stealth? Can I shout central?
Yeah, I mean, like with that, you can point her out. There's a reason I put the mini on the map. But you've only moved.
I actively perceived though.
Yeah, but it's only a quick look. You can still, if you want, take a shot. You wouldn't get your trick shot because you've
She's
moved and
already-
perceived.
Fuck it, yeah. Shoot a bitch.
Yeah. You know, you were currently probably around 90 feet away, I think, from there. 80.
Would do the
Oh,
me
no,
old
up on elevation is
faithful.
90. And she has some cover.
Me old faithful that I always use. Why won't you go away? Why won't this go away?
There you go.
Which is the laser pistol because it has more of a range.
What's the range on it?
80 foot.
Okay, so it's going to take a -2 because you are at 90.
It's better than the 20 foot one.
It is,
that I
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say you were definitively at 90 there.
Never mind.
It's not bad, it's not that one though.
It goes wild.
Well, it kind of hits the rocks in front of them, and then you see her, she begins to...
It's a +2, so it's 5. Not as dreadful as 1.
So it's like, you watch, it's like she takes the shot, you also then like bring out the pistol, take the shot, you all watch this exchange. Anybody who is, you would see it, you know where she is. Derisdai can't see it. So yeah, you guys all see it though. Actually, where's TJ? TJ's behind there, you don't see it.
I'm busy.
But I did shout central.
And you shouted central, also her initiative has now changed.
Oh, bitch.
What is your dex modifier, please?
That's a question. I don't know. What is it?
Quick. Go quick.
I don't think yours is going to be as high as hers.
Unlikely.
+2.
+2.
No. Cool. Thank you. So she still is at the top of the round. But if that's the end of your go, Calyx, you definitively watch this sniper rifle poke over the edge as it and you can see where like she's caked in this red sand. It's camouflage. She has been using it to like cake herself in it to blend in with the surroundings.
That's why she had it all over her face.
Other than the sniper, just at this distance, other than the sniper rifle, does she look like she has any other weapons?
Give me a perception check.
Might as well just use the other dice. That's an 11.
An 11, okay.
So
So
just got a sniper rifle.
the first thing you don't see really with her because of the angle at which you're at, and you only really just see the head come up, the shot being taken, and she's already pulling back. What you do see is at the end of a small tether is a grenade lying on the floor down here with a string attached
That's
to
what you
essentially the
fucking saw.
detonator.
It's a trap.
Okay. I'll point out the grenade to Kaz as well. I'll be like, ah! I will at least use my movement to switch. Where are you?
Yep.
There you are. I'm just gonna wang the Corrovox off. I'm sorry. Back around this side.
Stand on its body.
Yeah, it's just like
This is squishy
this. Oh no.
and crispy.
Yeah, okay, well that totally screwed up the plan I had before, so...
Oh no.
My mouth is watering thinking about these.
Damn
So
fringe.
that's...
I mean, you've got the other one.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might. That would be easier. So I moved from about there. So it's 10,
About 15.
15 to where I am. So that's 10. Again, I'm just going to use all my movement. And I'm going to try and squidge under this crevice and along
It's
here.
not necessarily an actual crevice, it's just the size of the terrain.
Okay.
But where are you trying to get to in terms of like how close to this wall are you getting?
Fairly close. And actually, I'd like to be here, but I also want to be aware if there are any more, because Kaz did say that there was metal shiny things, so I want to be aware of if there's any other grenades or traps around
As
here.
you make
But
it to that point,
yeah, there's another trap.
I need a dexterity save.
All right, yeah, let's go. Which one do you think is better?
You
depends
had
on the vibe.
extreme confidence thinking that
I
we
think
might
this
be
one
done
feels it.
earlier.
I don't feel
The sentences didn't help.
He feels it. I'm so sorry if this destroys me.
All right, I made these choices. What was it, Dex? You know that thing I'm really good. Yeah, really good. Really great. What? 9.
9 beats an 8.
Way! Yay!
Frag grenade 1 is a DC 8 reflex save. So you're going to take half of this, but 2 points of piercing damage as you like see it just in time to like tuck like the head away into the armor, and a frag grenade goes off in a 15-foot radius at the base of that wall. Smoke and sand billows up from that area, and you just say,
But is that also
Hey,
partial
I'm
cover?
clearing the field. It's okay.
anything else?
I wish I was a proper sniper.
Yeah, I think just
Do we get the claymores in Call of Duty?
get probably the last bit of my movement to slowly the last bit of the wall.
It's okay, Sarge, I'm going to make it.
Legs blown off and everything.
Baby
I
boy.
got 30 years to retirement.
You've got many more legs.
It's all right.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
It's perceived with blood. It's not bad. He would know it's there. Derisdai's going to run that way 30 feet, please.
That is, you were right.
Ruler. I need a ruler.
Oh, hit.
Oh, yeah, I'll do. Okay.
Directly across that way.
I may need that serum back.
I was wondering this. I was like,
Then he is going to use his. So that way you take his standard action to trade it for a movement. He then spends his movement action reloading another flaring.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try again. That's the end of his go. Then we're going to go to Kaz Umbra. You have a target.
Christ.
Don't really have an angle properly from where I am.
Not like in
She's
the angle
got
that
partial
they've got?
cover.
She has
probably full cover.
full cover, but not total cover.
If you come around this side, you might be able to
Because
get a
from
shot.
head
if you
to
do
head, you
movement
can see each
first.
other's
Right.
heads.
How good of a
Comes
shot
out
do you
a
think
bit
you are?
different.
No, go
That's
for
a
it.
fucking kill.
I also had a different plan until just then.
Okay. What is the texture on top of this pillar like?
On the top of it?
You've not been up there.
You wouldn't know.
I don't remember from when we were up on the cliff, kind of thing.
No, I think if you'd have specifically asked
Okay.
and looked for it, then maybe. Somebody else has been up at the top of them, but
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna attempt to climb it.
okay.
From-
I need an
From
athletics
this
check.
side up there.
Spider Cass, Spider Cass.
Shit.
You will make some progress depending on the DC, unless you roll like a nat one.
But you'll be like me up a tree for 3 rounds. In
I will give you a full 30 foot if you roll 20, like as in like a DC
Okay.
of 20 with
Right.
an athletics check.
One.
I will give you 15 foot for 10.
Okay.
That's still quite good.
Alrighty. Hang on a minute.
Because there are handholds, you could easily find bits. It's just if you're going to scale something, it's not like easy.
How do grenades work in this game? Because as far as I know, grenades, you pull a pin out and then you've got a time. But they were clearly put there for like a movement trigger.
She got them on a.
She's got them on a cord.
Oh, so she activated it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which also tells you that she's using something to do that. Like a reaction, maybe. So mechanically, if you're...
But her reaction was to shoot me, no?
Well,
that was a held action.
Which resets
You
her
clever
place in the order. And then because you get a reaction per round, but then you also get moved in the initiative order.
Oh, that's how you do efficiency.
She is solely built for this combat.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. Fine.
You doing it?
Yeah. See how it goes. It's a 15.
Okay, you can make it 15 foot up.
Have you got nothing to add to that?
No.
You've got 0
Nothing.
athletics.
Yeah. It's not too bad. I'm happy with that. That's alright.
It'd probably be like a mini's worth down, but it's the closest thing I've got to a flight stand.
Okay.
You could then probably spend your next action trying to...
Can I try it again?
yeah, it's going to be another athletics check, though.
Okay. Yeah. 14.
Ooh, now... I think in this one,
Yeah.
you don't make any progress. I think that the next foothole's just a bit too far away, and your entire next part of this is spent just grabbing the next bit so that you can make progress in the next round.
So was the 10 for the initial?
Yeah, so I think as we climb, it's going to get harder because you can't see those footholes higher up, and I'm going to raise the DC as he goes up.
Okay.
Can I use a resolve point to get an extra move?
Fuck yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll do that.
We're looking for a 15 or 20.
Somebody's feeling lucky. Mm-mm.
What is it?
9.
Still no progress.
Okay.
Let me know
That's
if
fine.
you
Yeah.
go below a 7 at this point.
Okay. Alright.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just in the midst of trying to climb up on this pillar.
Hanging on.
Okay. Touche! If there's anything else left from Kaz.
Got an itchy ass? Deal with it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's me. I'm done.
Okay. TJ Squeakerson, you are up.
Okay, after hearing that she's now central, I think TJ's kind of put 2 and 2 together, like, oh, well, she's moving real quick. I'm gonna... So that cancels my need of the hand, to be honest. I'm gonna shoot the knife.
I want to know what the need of the hand was.
I have my reasons. I want to pick up the big laser.
Okay.
Um,
And it is big.
yeah.
Bear in mind, like a dwarf.
Yeah.
with it.
And it was an azimuth laser artillery.
Yeah. So
Right.
you can add that to your inventory.
And I know that's going to do stuff.
Oh, and I really need you to add it to your inventory.
Yeah, which is why I was like, checky check.
You're
It
not
is
gonna
like
move.
Uh-huh.
It heavy.
It
Is that
heavy.
is that artillery laser aphelion?
Azimuth.
Azimuth.
It's a level 1 heavy weapon. If you're looking for it in items. So you can...
Yeah, I'm having trouble finding it.
Oh, come round!
Azimuth! Oh, got it.
Oh, fuck you. Unfortunate break that we had to have because of tech issues.
Right, so I know I've got a lot of bulk now.
Mm-hmm.
Which does stuff to my movement, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And your movement speed will have changed on the front of your character sheet.
It hasn't somehow. Let me refresh it and see if it does. Oh, I need to equip it, don't I? That's why it's not changed it. It's fine. I've got a plan. Hephaestus, don't do this to me. Not now. Bear with. I made the mistake of refreshing the page.
It's all about it tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to try and
For
go.
podcast listeners, we have had nothing but tech issues all night. So hopefully, when I cobble this together in pieces later on, I will be able to give you a somewhat coherent.
I'm going to see if I can put it up on my phone because it's having a time now.
If you try and look at it, see what is to hit.
I'm seeing what it did to
30.
my
You move.
my
From where?
movement.
From the bottom
Oh, here we go.
of the
I'm in.
ground.
I'm
I
in.
think it's 35.
Should be a little more.
That's just under 30.
It's about 25 down that bit to 30.
Just having my own mini.
Yeah, probably about 35 then.
Yeah.
Podcast listeners, please go check out the maps on our socials, and you can see, or go watch it on YouTube, and see
there
the
we go.
craziness that is this massive arena.
It's a very cool arena.
It's still not changed my land speed.
Has it not?
No.
But you are encumbered, yeah?
Strong hat
Oh,
soaking.
very much so.
Interesting.
I'm gonna risk it for another refresh just to see what
Do you
happens.
think it's because it's a modified Yosoki?
Well, it's a completely homebrew one, so it should be fine.
It should
but-
be fine.
Let's have a look at encumbrance rules. So,
What is currently your bulk?
3.
there's encumbered and then there's
Oh, here we go.
overburdened.
Yeah, encumbered
Yeah,
should
it's
take
still-
10 foot off your movement speed.
Right, let me see where my machines is at. Inventory. So I'm bulk 3, encumbered 4.
Oh, so you should be fine.
Is that okay?
You must just not have anything heavy on you.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't really. Oh, so I'm chill.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You can move.
My
My
happy
God.
days.
Let's go!
Okay.
You must
Where's
just
my-
have light
where's-
bulks. then.
Hang on. I'm so sorry. This is having a bit of a time.
Yeah, this is what happens to me every week. It's just like, it decides to drop out and then it's like,
Yeah. No, you
God
don't have.
damn
right.
it.
Hang on. Let me equip that.
We're in the
again.
middle of a boss
Right,
fight.
Quick. There we go. Okay. Boosh! I've got a big old gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am going to. So the smoke is completely obscuring. Yes.
At this point, yeah, if you're in there, then yes.
If I were hypothetically to just lay down some harrying fire, do I risk hitting my friends?
If you roll in that one, maybe, but probably
Okay.
not. Realistically, you know, it's slightly up, because if you're going to do harrying fire, obviously you're going for a DC 15 attack roll. However, it takes a -4 to it.
Okay.
So,
What I'm going to do then,
You can spend a resolve point and get proficiency in a weapon.
this is my thinking.
yeah?
I think what I'm going to do.
Look at you guys reading the rules.
Yeah,
That's
I had
Tamsin!
it
I
up
like
in
that
my
help.
thing.
I like it a lot. So much so, you can have
Thank
another one of those.
you.
I am going to.
Well, I think she already had it as an idea, but
I still like that you're calling it out.
I am going to spend the resolve point to give myself momentary proficiency.
Yeah. This fucking hamster walks out of the fucking...
Do I tick that off
Squat
as used
super
or
mutant.
prepared?
I would not. No, are you looking at the actual item itself?
So momentary proficiency on resolve points under the actions. So I'm going to knock off a
Just knock a resolve point off.
resolve. So that changes my attack on that. Yes.
Yeah, it goes to being a flat. Add your dex modifier.
Cool. I'm just going to do this mentally because if I try and do it on here, it's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah. You're gonna Terminator it out of the fucking smoke.
Yeah, I am. How much? Have we got a movement stick anywhere? Have they all gone?
Tamsin hoards the movement rules.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I can. I think I
If
can
you
just get myself
blood
out.
ash is consumable.
Oh my god, Iron Fist. Such a little ski's getting in the way.
I heard Harry.
I think I can just get myself just at the edge of the smoke, just out
Yeah.
of it.
Happy with that? You pick up the artillery laser, and thanks to not carrying that much, you are not encumbered. As she begins to.
No way.
And do you know what? Because it's a flat one. I'm just because I'm assuming I can see her now.
At this point,
Go on.
Okay,
So-
let's do it, and it's adding my dex to it, yeah.
I wish I had any kind of inspiration.
I was about to say, can I give you now that cred stick to like
One time.
give you
before
like
you know the outcome of the roll, I haven't
That's
told you
true.
anything.
That's true.
stick
Do it.
stick?
There you go.
Oh, I didn't catch it!
You
That doesn't
can't
count,
do
you don't
it
get
twice.
Sorry.
Go on, you can do
Right,
this.
not that one. Let's try that one.
Wait, oh, hang on, look. I was going to say, do you want to use that one?
Too late
Oh.
now.
Would you
Well,
let me?
no,
Or-
'cause you've rolled that now.
Okay, so that's going to be. Oh, it's not very much. It's 12, and that's
EAC.
Yeah,
She does have partial cover.
yeah.
Fortunately.
We don't trust that one. That one.
No.
But it was Harry Inquire, isn't it, actually?
Yeah.
So it wasn't actually against
Oh
her.
no, so it wasn't. No.
So it's just against AC 15, so
Yeah.
it doesn't work. But so it
It's a
would have
distraction.
ammo of a battery.
Yeah.
So if you could mark off its usage for me, because I think
Yeah.
it's like usage 2 or something like
Yeah,
that.
it is. So
'Cause
it's
ammo
down to
matters in this particular combat.
Usage 1. Yeah. Now. Cool. Got it.
Yeah, she better.
Standard
This is a
action,
whole
you
thing.
can reach into.
We'll see.
If that's the end of your go, though, which is fucking awesome,
I didn't do mine. I need to remember that.
please. Anything else from you, TJ?
That's all from me.
Top of the round, because of the dex modifier in the last one, Kato is going first.
Oh no.
You see her withdraw. Out of sight.
Backwards.
Out of mind.
Cool. Who's goes in now?
That's Skelkins.
That's not useful.
Get it, girl.
If I can't see her, the logic of her not being able to see me is slightly flawed, right?
Where are you?
Behind this pillar.
you?
I'm so sorry.
We'd give ourselves away straight away.
Where are you? Oh, shit! I mean, yeah, if you can't see her and she can't see you, I mean, I would say that's a fair assumption based on where you think she is. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when this night comes?
I think I want to try and run up to the pillar that Kaz is behind.
Okay.
I hope I can do that within 30 foot.
Not quite.
No.
It'll take you to about 5 foot to get out, and then
Midway.
yeah, about midway. But you could like run out and then be like midway, pretty much where the base of this flight stand is, which is obviously not a real thing in the game. But
That's quite open for me. I don't enjoy that. Can I go in front of it and sort of again squat behind that outcropping that I'm assuming is again waist height?
yeah, between the pillar and the next sort of like
Yeah,
collapsed bit of roof, yeah.
yeah.
You could squat behind there. You would have partial cover.
I wouldn't do it if my head was still out.
Oh, it
you know?
absolutely would be out.
Okay. Not that I know how much movement everyone else has.
You know about your party.
No, I know, but I'm assuming about Cassie, I'm assuming that she won't get that far in one turn, and this might or might not be a bad assumption. But I think that's quite open, isn't it? I'm going to put stealthily in here again, because I'm quite good at that.
Are you running at speed, or are you trying to like...
No, I'm stealthing.
If you're within your normal speed of 30, you can make a stealth check. Opposed by their perception.
Shall I tell you where I want to go first? Because I'm going
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm still going to roll it.
To like... there?
You're going to drop down to there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Coming to join the
Lovely.
pit.
Plus a lot.
Yeah, plus you're a lot.
It's 50. That's all right.
Plus my a lot.
Here we go.
Plus 9.
A lot.
26.
26. Cool. You think you're hidden? We've entered Skyrim.
Try not to lean over. Excuse my lovely mittens, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Jump in behind there. Jump in behind there. Pop a squat.
I don't know how much movement that used.
Put that on there.
Yeah.
So you've moved.
Mm-hmm.
I have moved.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Yes. I'm going to watch my... So I'm still like back, I guess, my right to
Yeah.
this corner here. Anything to the left of the pillar. Hold a shot again.
Give me a perception check.
Holding a shot.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I still want you to give me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Where is he?
18.
18, cool, thank you. End of your go then until you activate that shot. We are going to go with Calyx.
I've been thinking of so many things to do, and I'm really not sure what to do. I'm like scared
So
to
many
move.
options.
I
don't want any of them.
Yeah, I don't want any of them. I feel if I move, I'm going to probably die. So,
I know the feeling.
huh?
It's upset. I know the feeling. It's upsetting.
But also, if I stay here, I'm probably going to die. So, I saw that there was a grenade hanging down here by a string.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a look at it, do I think there's any way I could disarm it and take the grenade?
From a distance, you could try and basically shoot out the string, essentially, or the cord that's attached to it. You would have to stealth up to it and not be seen, because obviously you know now that she's pulling them when she knows that people are getting close to them. So, yeah, that's a case of if you think you can get there.
I'm so sorry that I'm taking.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
Things keep.
This
I keep
is-
panicking. I'm like.
Because of the
it's
way the
all gonna
mechanics
go
work in this
differently.
particular battle, you've got all the time in the world to think. There's no pressure.
I think I might potentially do the other thing I was thinking and use. I think this is going to be 2 resolve points to do this.
Spend them.
It's in the utility uses. It's called Just the Thing. As a standard action, you can reach into your back pocket or other suitable storage and spend a resolve point to acquire an item that you can afford but don't own. The item must have a bulk of 1 or less, and the item has no greater than a level of 1. You immediately lose the number of credits equal to the value of that item. This ability assumes that you pre-purchased. Considering that I purchased a load of serums, can I say, oh look, I've suddenly found another serum, which I think
that's
serum
the whole point
acquires
of that particular ability.
a second second resolve point to be spent.
So you're spending 2 resolve points. And
I
you
would
have a
like to
healing serum.
spend 2 resolve points
Does it say that as a full action that you get to do that? Does it just say?
as a standard action.
Okay. We're saying that healing serums are swift actions.
I'm not actually going to be pumping it into me at the moment. I'm just going to be.
Waiting.
Why did I laugh at that?
Oh my
What's the
God.
difference between swift, standard, and full action?
So a full action is something like trick attack, where you have to. The whole round is spent running up to your speed if you want to, then going right. I'm going to use this to make the shot, and then taking the shot. That's the special thing that you get as an operative. Or most people can be like, I'm going to take 2 shots for my full action. So you're giving up a movement, or you're giving up your swift, and you're going pew pew. It's also things like sprinting 4 times your movement. You're giving up your action to like fully charge ahead. So if somebody says it's a full action, you have to spend your entire 6 seconds doing it.
Okay.
A swift action is like a quick. It's like a bonus action for D&D.
You can do something else as well.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But if it's a full action, your whole round is spent doing that.
Okay. And standard is in between.
Yeah. So you've got movement, standard, and swift, which is movement, standard, and bonus action like D&D.
Okay. Yeah. Think I got it.
What you doing?
I'm really scared that if I... Because this is now going to be 35 feet, so I can't do that. I think I'm going to just call that for now as my full thing.
Perfect.
But
Nothing happens. Derisdai Absuli. Where do we think she is?
I don't know. I'm on the side of a pillar.
she's gone back from the middle.
Take cover. We don't know.
Okay. He sends Bud 30 foot in the air.
Bud can fly.
That's a drone.
He's been
That's
flying the entire
amazing.
time.
Yeah, but he hasn't been flying very high.
Been keeping it quite. 30 foot be here. So realistically, it's about here, which from there is about there. So we're going to make
The
a
whole
section.
time Bud could have done this and told us where the fuck she was.
Can't say Bud.
There is a limited range to his vision.
Big fucking eye.
Hot.
Yeah, but it was hiding.
He's shy.
He's obviously scared.
I can't quite see. I'm going to have to get closer.
Okay.
It's all Derisdai can do for now. Kazumbra.
Is he not going to move?
He's going to stay there and but actually.
I told him to
Yeah,
take
he'll probably
cover.
come in
He's
behind this
fucking
pillar here.
better.
Yeah. Then Kazumbra.
What you're doing?
If I say that I use my survival knife as a thing, I can jam it in. Can I say that helps me climb? a bit?
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
I would like you to roll a d20 for me because weapons in this game have a hardness and hit points,
Okay. So
and you're trying to stab stone.
And
Yeah.
it's not Jedi.
So let's say if you roll 5 or lower,
Yeah.
you're going to snap your knife.
Okay. Done deal.
There's a 25% chance. There it goes.
So 15.
15. Yeah, you managed to like find it between like
Okay.
where maybe like an old carving is, and you. Okay, we're going to lower the DC to climb.
Sorry, ancient carvings. My need is greater than yours.
Well, this is something that I quite like to do in games: is risk
Can't
versus
read you
reward. The risk is
anyway.
he could lose an item. The reward, he gets to climb at a lower DC.
Right, credits.
If he rolls a
No,
1
he
though.
I
doesn't.
roll a 3.
Oh, mate.
Oh, but it's below a 7.
Yes, it is below.
Okay, so I'd lower that to a still below a 5.
Yes. Yeah.
And failing by 5 or more is quite a thing
Yeah.
in this game.
Okay.
Your footing slips, and you are now going to be off kilter, is the condition, and you would have to spend your action in the next round to right yourself.
I still have my action now.
Then you can spend your action to right yourself.
Right.
If not, you are in the off kilter position or condition. I think that is fair. It was a cool try,
Yeah.
but we're not in D&D land anymore.
What did you think was going to
Sorry,
happen that you'd
I
amazingly
don't mean
pull
to
it
laugh,
off?
but
I
when we did the
Point.
release set for this,
Laugh at the
like
idiot.
I had a spell which could go against that, and I think I've now got rid of it. So I'm
Oh.
so
That's
sorry.
alright.
Off kilter's a fantastic thing with 0G, but
Alright, I'll use my action
to right yourself,
right
you are
myself.
no longer off kilter. That's movement and action realistically. Trying to steady yourself and
Okay.
Have a
Alright.
word with yourself, maybe? Is that an action?
TJ Squeakerson.
I'm going to call it
You no longer see Kato.
No, I don't.
That would
But
be
you still have a
why
big gun.
I'm going
I
on
do still
two
have a big
different
gun.
ones.
Are these still going off?
Yeah, you're only on like round 4.
I
You've got 10 rounds of them.
Oh!
Yeah.
I think like round 3 or 4, I actually lost track.
want to get myself a little closer.
What to like here?
I don't know if I want to move the full. Do I want to move the full 30? Yeah, I want to move the full 30.
Want to be up here?
Yes. I'm specifically not hiding.
Okay. Give me a perception check, please.
19.
Crouched. Here. You can just make out the top of her head as she's reloading a sniper rifle.
Poof! I want to go with the.
Do it!
Why she hadn't taken the shot, she had to reload. That's why she hasn't moved that far.
19 to hit.
EAC, yeah?
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
it!
So,
Big old thing!
Yeah.
because she's crouching and
Yeah.
she's getting not total cover, but she's getting full cover. So she gets a +5 to this. Her EAC is 13.
So yes, yeah.
Roll some damage.
Oh,
Scalp
my.
What does
lady.
this bad boy do? Hang on, let me just.
It's pretty good. It's like 1d10, I think.
Yeah, so it's a D10. I think it does other shit, doesn't it?
On a
On a
crit,
crit.
it
On a
leaves
crit.
burns.
Ooh.
Is it
It does
like-
penetrate.
Something in Spy
Yeah.
Kids where the evil lady gets her hair like burnt
Oh,
off
yeah, yeah.
in like the weird patches.
It's only 2.
I'm pretty sure it's
2
fine.
points of fire damage.
But still.
As you definitively hit.
How many?
Ah! Shit! Okay.
Is she within?
Who's
Oh
the
no, I've used my
sniper
movement. But
now,
can I just
bitch?
check for the next one? Is she how far away is?
I think she's about 70.
70. That's fine.
Nice one.
And
really wanna
you guys
risk it
all
for biscuit, but I'm not
definitively
gonna.
know that
She's
where
still
she is
in the
because of
middle.
that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything else from TJ the Squeaker Son?
I'm just seeing if I can because I know I'm just learning how many things you can do on a thing. Sorry, reading so many things.
Dumb question. Can you see laser shots?
Yes. Imagine that as very much like Star Wars
Yeah.
blasters, like and like the Azimuth laser pistols. All the Azimuth stuff is like an orangey red. Things like the cryo things I always imagine as like
Bluey,
blues and
purple.
stuff like that. Yeah.
But you can still see those. That's okay.
So just so I know how many things you can do in a turn. So it's like a standard action, a move, a swift. Yeah.
It's your standard round,
Yeah.
unless you're trading things in.
Cool. In that case, that's going to be me this turn.
Okay. Skelkin can't currently see her, so unfortunately, as we get to the top of the round, Kato's like, ah! You watch that like bolt come back in. Fuck you! Reaches over. Her move action is going to be to steady the sniper rifle.
Okay.
She's then taking the shot.
Yeah.
TJ.
Come at me,
Um,
bitch.
Oh.
Do you have partial cover because that massive gun?
It's as big as me.
Sorry, my motorbike. Sorry, you were training that one.
No, it's alright.
18.
Yeah.
4 points of piercing damage. She's rolling low as it like into you. I need to mark up an ammo. And this is why I wanted the ammo to be counted, because this fight really matters for her. She's used her movement. She's used her action to shoot. She can't do anything else. She is still visible.
Okay.
But she's already shot, so she can't hold an action.
No.
Who's next?
Next up is Skelkin Shaw. Look at that! So Emily, if anybody who doesn't play, is when she gets into it, is our murder homo.
Excuse me.
Excuse
I'm going to change vantage points because I'm blocking myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Please walk around the table. This large, affluent table here at Dragon.
Swear all the money is gone.
I'm going to go for a nervous wee while
Are
you
you
do that.
This is
sure?
not MDF, fucking
I
acrylic paper
cannot
hobby wrap.
do what I was hoping I could do. But I. Ooh.
Oh. Emily ponders. She looks at the map. She takes the measuring ruler.
I've gone in the little hole and I've not seen Calyx, so I'm going to have to come out of the hole. But I am going to think, knowing that now is the time to not do stealth. Can you perceive whilst running, whilst moving? I want to see if that rope that we put there is still there.
I'm going to tell you now it's not.
It's
You
not
can
there.
literally, as you run around the corner, you can see it's been cut.
Fuck. That did foil my plans.
She wasn't going to leave that there.
But knowing that Calyx is hurt and I feel like everyone else is doing their own thing and I am here, and that is the region in which I heard the squelp, I will probably run as far as I can into this corner.
Another 30 over to... I mean, 30 puts you about here. Oh no, you started there, didn't you?
Yeah.
So 30, 60 will put you easily on the... yeah, in the corner there. Anything else? So Skelkin, yeah, I mean, what does Skelkin see as she runs up? And like, maybe like, do you like knees like slide in the sand up to where Calyx is, or?
That's cooler than what I was imagining. So I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I think Calyx is a little bit in a bundle, like sort of like tail, like slightly curled up around. I'm just like, is it going all right?
What can I do?
You wanted the rope up, didn't you?
I hoped it would be there, but it's not.
You can see it in a pile on the ground.
How long does it look like what's on the ground?
Well, you put 150 foot together.
Yeah, okay.
And you just like dropped it down there and tied it off at the top, so it's probably like 120 foot of rope.
You got enough.
For fuck's sake.
I can help with this.
I don't want to stop people making their own decisions, but you look very fragile.
I'm okay. I mean, I saw how much you got hurt, and you kept fighting, so I can as well.
I didn't. I gave up, but that's very nice of you to say.
Calyx push balls a bit more.
Considering that, based on the assumption of the grenade, because I didn't see it, I will probably make sure, if I'm near the wall, am I not
Little
finding
bit of
other ones.
Soot on face.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
give me a perception check.
Need to go
Can I
back to your
use
dust
stealth
for that.
stabs? No, I don't feel like I can do that. What if I waste a good roll?
Well, exactly.
It's me. I keep forgetting what my. I think it's 8.
What's stealth?
No,
Perception.
perception.
No, plus 8.
Oh, that's not right.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, it is. 23.
23. You can see that there is a cord hanging down here, a cord hanging down here, and they clearly have grenades at the end of them. Nothing else over this bit.
But because we are breaking movement,
Mm-hmm. You spent 60 to get up to this bit, though.
16.
It was 30 and 30, wasn't it, to go from...
60?
Yeah. So from there to there, essentially, to get to the wall, which would be your action and your movement action.
Okay, maybe I'll just like chat to Calyx my plan then, and we could. Got a knife. We could cut the grenade. Throw it.
I was going to go up.
Stage whisper.
I was going to go up the wall.
Okay. Have you got?
Yes.
Help.
Yeah. I'll be okay. I can do this. I will be all right.
What's the plan after going up the wall?
I don't know.
You don't have any weapons.
Magic. I have the cosmic web of the universe. Don't worry.
You go up the wall. I cut the grenade. But if I shout to you,
I'll try and stay out the way.
some special word, you need to move
Okay.
as far to the corner as you can. And the special word is
Firing the whole grenade.
Not something. No, I'm not going to warn Cassie.
It's alright.
Something weird.
I-
Blammo.
Eggs.
Okay.
Eggs.
Okay.
Anything else from
And-
Skelkin?
No, we're crouching. We've planned. I think we're.
I was just saying. Thank you. Rope in mouth.
Yeah.
Movement. I get the feeling I'm going to have to spend both because it's 35, not 30. So movement and action. From where she is. So that's 35.
Is this just floating, or like flying, or teleporting?
No, I have a climb speed.
So she can literally
So
bug it up the wall.
I have like sticky
You're
bug
slugging up the
feet,
wall.
so
Yeah.
I literally like verticality isn't a problem for me.
As soon as you get to this point of coming over the edge, she's going to take the shot at you.
Yeah.
No, she can't.
She's already taken a
no.
shot at TJ.
She can't.
That is why I
Yeah,
decided
you're
to move
absolutely
now.
Right. She actually can't. You see her like she's taking the shot, she's coming back down, and she sees you coming up. She's like, shit.
So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I'm behind here, solidly behind this
Have
rock,
no held action.
and I will make sure that there's an area I can tie off the rope. To
Yeah, you probably have to
here.
find a rock, but probably not be able to tie it this way.
Yeah. But
yeah,
that will
absolutely.
be is I am finding a place to tie down.
Okay.
And I'm now going for a tactical pick.
Yeah. I would like to get to the end of this combat if you guys are okay with that one.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to take all that long now you're at this point. So, yeah, it's 20 past now. Are you guys okay to go for maybe 10, 20 minutes?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say it's probably going to be half an hour because we funny about.
As long as we're okay moving forward.
I only question it because we've done 2 damage to her so far. So,
Yeah. But you're also now
Yeah.
seeing her and getting
close.
close.
We're on the advance now,
So-
aren't we?
Derisdai. Would see her. He will come out 30 to about just in front of the pillar. He will fire another flare.
Mate, it's not helping anymore.
He doesn't know that. Not a combatant. And he will.
We told you to hide, you liability. Oh, that's not
think
very
it's-
nice.
20-foot range, so this is going to be like 3 times, which is -4. Yeah, you watch it just arc up, and it lights up the area, but it doesn't have the effect that he wants of blinding her at the time, unfortunately. He needs to mark off that ammo. He's out of those. Yeah, end of his go. We are now looking at Kaz Umbra.
Still trying to climb?
I will attempt to still climb. I'm in the midst
Can't
of
give
it.
up now.
Yeah?
You've come this far.
Exactly, yeah.
Climb that mountain, buddy.
Fuck me.
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no pillar tough enough.
Ain't no Kato bitchy enough.
6.
I mean, at this point, the knife is getting more and more wedged.
Brittle.
You are struggling. You could spend your next action trying to do that, or you can try and drop down. But it's up to you. I mean, realistically, your actions at the end of the day, how stubborn do you want to be with trying to attempt this?
Can I send you some positive thoughts?
Gondor is calling
Not
for aid.
receiving. I think at this point Kaz will have realised he'd wasted too much time. He nearly had it, but he didn't have it.
He nearly had it, but he didn't have it. There's the t-shirt.
I think I'll drop down. I think. Does that cost anything?
No movement, but I need an acrobatics check to make sure you don't. Because I mean, you're falling 15 foot
Stop
realistically.
making checks of things you don't have skills in.
You should have acrobatics. I would hope he does.
Acrobatics is alright. Well, it's alright.
No, it's not. It's 0.
Well, why didn't I have that for climbing? Fuck's sake. 19.
Yeah,
19 to drop down instead of climb up.
fine. Lance is like, this isn't the way.
This is not the way.
Uh,
Still got movement and action.
okay.
Why am I red?
Take this off so I'm down.
Yes, I'll do
In
that.
fact, actually, what I will do is 30 foot.
He's so brave.
Look. I think I'm going to run over to where Skeleton is.
Oh, don't. Oh, don't. I was really stealthy. No, it wasn't.
I think it goes a bit further than that back there.
Cool.
And I can see the rope sort of trailing.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't stand an action still. I wouldn't know if the rope's been tied off yet or anything, do I?
Well, you don't know what's going on.
Well, I know, but I can still see a rope dangling off the edge. I've got no line of sight, which is annoying.
Almost like that's the point.
I know. I don't know if anything I can chuck at it. That's annoying as well. Can I say that I use my move action as a standard?
Yeah.
And as the move action, I will take out my sword.
Absolutely fine. The nanites start forming.
Yeah.
Is it silent?
Pretty much.
Or
You might hear like a, but it's not like a.
Scoop, scoop.
That is me though, however. I'm at the bottom.
CJ Sweeterson.
Eat,
Hello.
motherfucker.
For me, I would like to move just 10 feet up.
Sure.
So just move me like a little step.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 10 feet forwards.
And then as my action, I would like to attempt to feint.
Okay.
So I've got to attempt a bluff check.
Yeah.
DC equal to either 10 plus her sense motive's total skill, or 15 plus 1 minus half times the opponent's CR.
What fucking bullshit.
English.
So I understand that.
Yeah,
It's absolutely
I
fine.
hoped
High
you
zone.
would.
English,
I hoped you
motherfucker.
would.
Do you speak it?
This is math.
Okay.
Bluff it.
Make the bluff. This will be against. There is no sense motive on her skills because NPCs are different to player characters. They only have a certain set of skills.
They're very
Yeah, they're very
particular.
specific.
So this is against their CR. She has a CR2, so it's 1.5 times. So it's what was the equation?
It was 15 plus 1 minus half times the opponent's CR.
So it's about 17. Yeah.
Why doesn't it just say 16?
Garbage calculation.
Why didn't it just say 16? That's 15
No,
plus
because
1.
it depends on their CR.
29.
Wow!
That's a fucking roll.
That needed the tag.
It did need the tag.
Podcast listeners, the tash went on. 20 fucking 9! Tell me what the feint does. It's going to be like to get a -1 or something. It's going to be something really lackluster now, isn't it?
So
Please
this.
don't be.
So basically, this means that the opponent is now treated as flat-footed
Oh!
for your next attack against them before the end of your next turn.
For
Okay.
your next attack.
Yeah, it says yours specifically, so I'm guessing that's just for me.
just-
But I am going to act as if I am running for cover. But yeah, not quite. It's going to be like, oh no, I've got to quickly get to cover.
So that's your movement. Are you taking the shot?
Can I on a if feint is a standard
Feint
action, can I
itself is a
take
standard action.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like, you could have not taken your movement, then traded in your movement for
Oh, okay, I
the
see.
feint. Like, I'm gonna run. I'm taking the shot.
Sure.
That's sort of what that's for, because that way you're then getting the shot
I
there and then.
see.
Or you can wait till your next turn.
I'm going to wait for my next turn.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely fine. Anything else from yourself as you start to faint?
That's. Oh, my stars! That's everything.
My gun, it's just too big.
And I can't use it
Top of
again
the
because I've used all my
round.
usage.
What, there's no...
It's only 2 usage without a recharge.
And a recharge means...
Having a battery.
Oh,
Yeah,
a special battery?
I think so.
A beefy one.
She saw you come up, that's a problem.
Yeah, you read like fuck me. How much can she do in... Let's not jinx that. You lily-livered, pompous, sweat-walk distraction.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Go.
What she said.
Shakespearean insults is my only catalogue.
Love it.
She can't see you there.
No, she can't.
Tie off that damn rope.
So she runs around the corner.
She.
The rifle is slung at... No! The rifle's not there.
Oh.
And she has a pistol as she comes around the corner, looking pissed. Which that's all she can do. Her round.
Oh, I'm the best character to be having at this.
Skill control. You're up.
I've just realised my plan sucks because I can't throw the grenade up there anyway, can I?
I mean, you could. Whether you should is a different matter.
We're saying it's got a... Oh, I don't have the stats for that because it's not mine. So that's going to be a complete unknown.
What are you trying to do?
The original plan was Calyx go up there, me cut off the grenade and lob it up there, shout me word, and Calyx goes over out of the firing zone, but we don't know the firing zone because it's not a smoke grenade.
So what is Skelton doing?
Yes.
We also say, like, as she comes around the corner, it's like, you know, like the knife in one hand and gun over the top kind of thing.
Climbing rope still counts as a
Movement.
climbing speed,
We'll give it movement because it's a rope.
but it's still only 30 foot, and that to me looks higher than 30
It's
foot.
35. Uh-oh. Blancmange is getting close to the
Can I-
end of the line.
Can I give it a tug to see if I think it's being held by a...
No, nothing to do with that. I'm just. Yeah.
Rude mind. You tug and you feel the tug of the rope. You hear a...
Fuck. You can always hold an action.
You can?
What fucking magical action can I hold?
Moving.
Ooh.
Can I hold a climbing action for when
So
I
you would
think
be,
that's
as a
tied
standard
off?
action, you would be holding basically your movement. Because you don't really hold movement, but you could trade your action in for a movement. So yes, I would say you could. But it would only take you 30 feet.
But there'd only need to be like one trigger, and I'd have to choose whether it would be Calyx telling me,
Yeah.
or me testing it again.
Exactly that. I think you're right to be dubious about that.
I don't
Mechanically.
think that's the best way to go. I think I'm going to have to go back to the grenade. At least the trap's gone, and it's out of her control. Because actually, I wouldn't have seen her run anyway.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the plan because I wouldn't have seen it.
Okay, so you're going to run yourself across to where
Well,
this
no,
one is.
I probably won't run. I'll probably do it stealthily because I'm walking towards a freaking
Over
grenade.
here, about 30 will get you to where that one is, because they were 30 feet apart.
The grenades?
Yep.
Oh. Just take my survival knife.
Yep, and she doesn't see you, so there's no reaction to pull it. You can cut it pretty easy.
I
Have a
think
grenade, a frag grenade.
I'm sticking with the plan. Is cutting it the action?
It would be to interact with an object. But you could also just, instead of cutting it, just pull the pin and launch it up.
I do think that's probably what I would do, because we had the plan. I had the safe word.
Mm.
So I think I'd probably just say eggs and lob it to the centre, because in my head I thought that she wasn't gonna move, you know.
Yeah. So if you launch it up here, yeah. Give me a. You've got to give an attack roll for a grenade anyway. It's AC 5.
But
If it's a nat 1, basically, it goes wide, and we start rolling dice to see where it goes.
realistically, how do you not like metagame? Like I knew that she
You're
couldn't.
fine.
I knew that she couldn't do anything last time because she spent her reaction.
There is
anger.
an element of metagame that you are allowed to do.
But
if you're like, oh, you've got that action, and you can do that, and I'll do this, that would be like 2 meta. If you're like, oh, they've got 12 hit points, I know that.
But the fact that I know now that she's sat and technically, I don't think she's done anything for 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think it's an operative. You'd be like,
don't think she would have stayed dead in the centre. And knowing Calyx and my lack of trust for people, the fact that maybe the stealth wasn't there is leading me to think
she's not there anymore.
that she's not dead in the centre. And I know what Calyx was trying to do, so I know where Calyx is, so I want to...
I think that's justifying a reason enough to say that you can make the assumption that she has run that way. So if you want to throw a grenade that way...
I want to throw it that way, but I need to make sure that I'm not going to go anywhere close to the end where Calyx could keep
So you're
this a
trying to
safe
get
space.
a grenade up to around this point, yeah?
Yeah.
So I would say I'm going to increase the DC to 10 to try and hit a grid intersection up here. So give me an attack roll. It's your strength modified to this because it's a thrown item.
That's not on the list. Where's that?
It's just on your abilities and modifiers. It should be like your where it says strength, dex, intelligence, wisdom, con.
Quick.
Oh, before this, eggs. Eggs!
Eggs.
You hear eggs.
22.
Okay. You think you land it perfectly up here.
I think being the key word.
Would you like to roll some damage?
Yes, I would.
Yes.
How?
It's a D6. It's a frag grenade. Mark 1.
Eggs.
5.
Ooh,
Nice.
tasty.
Calyx, you are behind total cover, so you're fine. Because she's partially out, you watch as like there's like an explosion behind, and a tiny bit of like shale and maybe like a bit of shrapnel like grazes the back of her head, and she takes a point of damage.
Okay. Hey, it's still worth it. It's still worth it. Every point.
Every point counts.
Every point counts.
Essentially,
That was so much stuff for no reason.
every point counts. But if that's the end of your go, Calyx, this woman comes round the corner, caked in sand, but like the darkest of eyes, and looking nothing as placid as she did earlier, like the day before. The knife is out, and you see this like black tactical knife. There is an azimuth laser pistol in her hand. She's like, she'll go. You're face to base.
I really need to tie this rope, but she's going to immediately stop me if I try and do anything, isn't she?
Punch in the tit.
Titty punch!
Well, she's got clear dark eyes, or she's just.
They look normal. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
look heavy and dark.
Can I? Why do I keep changing? Oh, where is it? Dissonance. That's not it. I think it's those dirty fighting or something under one of these.
Is that in the
It's under one.
attacks?
There's so many options. I keep not remembering. Combat maneuver. There it is. Dirty trick.
Okay, so combat maneuvers are KAC plus 8. Okay.
Of which I am aware. Okay, I'm trying to think what else I can do right now because I really need this rope to work. Actually, sorry, I've just thought of something and I really should have read this before. My apologies. I I keep thinking of different.
Once the compass finds her, it kills her.
Straight ahead, isn't it? It puts the compass in the brain, or it gets the hose again. Actually, don't leave those up there at the moment because you guys know where she is.
Has Derisdai done anything for the last half an hour, or is he just
I
chilling?
shoot the flare of on over there.
Yeah, that's basically been it.
And
He's trying to spot
I
on
had with
and
my
blind her.
orb.
Oh, my orb.
Where is that? I don't really want her right in my space.
I don't want you up in my grill.
I don't want her up in my
2 meters,
grill.
dude.
What are you doing?
Social distancing, please.
Yeah, please put on your mask.
I'm trying to shop.
Karen.
You got this.
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know if I do. It says I can't teleport with another creature, but it doesn't say anything about objects.
Cool.
So I'd like to twinkle my way out of here,
Okay.
as I do.
30 feet, yeah?
40.
40 feet.
Ooh.
See the
Yes,
rulers.
you
And it's an action.
Okay.
So I'd then like to take my movement after that action
40.
to then my 30 to come to the other side, so I'm here.
Ta.
And I'm pulling the rope along with.
Yeah.
Because it does not say I can't bring the rope.
No, it
just
doesn't.
says I can't bring another creature,
Yeah.
but it says nothing about objects.
You watch the rope just shift
so
to here and
it's
then like
coming
dragged
along
across.
here, and I'm now hiding behind here,
Okay.
so she can have fun running around after me up here.
Yeah, and she ain't gonna know where you just went.
Yeah.
Derisdai's going to run up to there. They're going to come 30 foot forwards, which I think puts them to about there.
Sorry, Kaz. I know you are.
That's about all he can do. And then Kazumba, you're up.
Okay, so the rope's moved along to the middle. now.
Yes, but it's like sort of trailed down
It's,
here.
yeah, it's trailing
like-
But
along
even
here
if I
now.
try and climb it, it's just going to move. So, you know.
Yeah.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
you have to do
You've got
what
yourself
you
out
have to do.
danger, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to be stabbed in the face.
That's understandable.
That's what it. Yeah. Okay.
Her not having a round of actions is really helping you out here.
So it's basically hanging out by where Skeleton is right now. The rope.
Yes, essentially. It looks like it's like
Because-
trailed across and then down.
Because Cage has gone round that middle rock.
Mhm.
It's going to be looping round to the
It
side.
is.
But
Yeah.
she is. What's the difference between me and Skelkin?
Are you down here? About 30 foot from grenade to grenade, essentially, if you're right where they were.
See, you've gone differently to me
What?
in that it's a teleport, so I've just had it like hanging down the front of that rock. It might not matter, but it might.
So it's like, because you teleported here and then moved, it's like down,
yeah, it
but
is
it still
back.
has to move it across.
Okay, yeah.
I can't really get up the fucking thing.
What was that?
You would. Can I do my whole full action as like the 4 times movement speed thing?
It's supposed to be in a straight line, sprinting.
Straight line vertically.
I still got to go sideways to get to the rope and then go up.
Anti-gravity boost.
Well, I don't know, you could do that.
Do you reckon you could find some of they in your just the trick?
Just the trick.
Did you mark up the credits for that, by the way?
I did, yes. Actually, I'll make sure it was this
I'll
sheet and
climb.
not the other sheet.
I'll go to Skelkin and then I'll spend my other action to
The
climb
other
as far
sheet.
up as I can.
Cool. From this bit, it's 30 to get to the top.
Okay, so
I
I'm
think
just
Kaz
on
is
the
here.
edge.
You just straight up fucking climb that, no problem.
Well, there's a rope.
I said earlier, like, you can climb a rope without making the check, because it's, like, designed to help you climb.
But it's not attached to anything.
Well, it is now.
It's looped around this rock as they pulled it across.
I'm there, standing ready with my sword.
Yeah.
Have they had?
As you get to the top, you see Calyx there. You're like, where? And you realise that they must. Yeah. And Calyx points them out to
Okay,
you.
all right. I guess
That's
I'm
you.
just ready.
CJ.
Hello. It's changed what I was gonna do because she moved. I'm guessing I would have seen her go.
Yeah.
How far is that from where I am?
It's really
currently?
hard not to cheat. Like,
From where you are there,
But
sorry,
she doesn't
that
have
is
her
bang on
But our characters
95 feet.
doesn't
You currently can't see her behind
Yeah.
there, but you definitely saw that's where she went to.
Okay. I would like to move
I need to
then.
come
I'm just going to risk it for a biscuit because otherwise that feint was for nothing. I'm going to move my 30 feet. Ooh, sorry, Stone. 30 feet in a diagonal up. Yeah.
Extra
Yeah.
steps.
Yeah. And I'm aware she's got all this cover, but she does have that -2. Even if it's just to draw her attention, I'm going to try and get a shot off just with my normal pistol because I can't use the big boy anymore.
Make a shot. She has total cover.
Yeah.
+8 to hit. Pay when you.
So nearly at that. That is only going to be a 3.
Yeah, you spray the wall and all of it, but
Yeah.
not sure.
That's all right.
So,
Ooh.
anything else?
Do I want to spend that? I think, yeah, I'm going to stay where I am, and yeah, I'm just going to try and get her attention, and just kind of call out, Dynatech needs to have a meeting about your CV!
So, the time is now 9:20.
20 to 10.
Yeah, 20 to 10. I'm aware of how late it is and that we're going to get tired. So it's up to you guys if you would like to continue or if you want to call it there and come back to this next Monday.
I'll say, how bloody is she looking?
She looks injured. And I'm leaving this completely up to the four of you because I personally am good to go. However, I appreciate we've had tech issues, we've had to go between things. So that's up to you. If you've got time constraints, if you are tired, now is the time to say because I don't want to force you into finishing a combat if you're not up to it.
Sure.
Should we leave it or?
Yeah, I would quite like to come back to this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to close
I am
down.
getting a tiny bit tired
That's
now.
absolutely fine. So we will close down the stream there. And I know that there's probably not
Thank
many people
you,
watching at
though.
this point thanks to all the tech issues, but hopefully on YouTube we've cobbled this together to be an actual cohesive video. If not, we're going to have to write a fucking blog or something. Guys, well done. This is a hard fight because of the terrain and because of...
Sorry, we're closing in on her now.
Yeah, and that's the whole point, is the entire move up to here, it's such a long march with a game where you have to, spend movement or trade a movement, and then you are so limited by the constraints of the action economy. You've done so fucking well to get to this point, and you've laid rounds on her. She has taken hits.
Yeah.
So we will come back to this, and luckily I can leave this here all week and leave it there. But thank you so much for running a little bit late.
Thank you.
If you stuck with us throughout the stream, thank you so much. If you're on YouTube, hopefully we cobbled a video together. Please check out those codes. And yeah, we'll be back next Monday, hopefully without any tech issues, so that we can finish this fight.
Yeah.
But until then, thank you so much. May those dice cards be ever in your favour. Bye, guys.
See you all.
Bye, Felicia.